Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, audience discretion is advised.
Welcome to Travelers on the Omnibus, the show that asks the question, how the fuck did Steven Seagal get a career in movies?
You could have stopped at career, and it would have been fine.
I'm Jody Kite, and I have three answers.
Lightning round that shit.
Mark for death, and hard to kill.
Mark that, and I can't think of the other two.
And Under Siege.
Yeah. Okay. You listed off three movies, but like none of them are actually good movies.
I don't know.
I like Under Siege, but mostly
and
it's
he's
because
bad in all of them.
He is, but the action is good.
Is it?
I'm Ethan Skinner, and there's a quarter crew video where they edited a movie to make it the worst possible aspects of Steven Seagal.
So most of it.
So it was just the movie.
It was the movie.
It was amazing, and now I have to rewatch it when I get back home.
Yeah.
You should watch Hard to Kill.
Most of Steven Seagal's movies have this thing to where it's all every single one of them. You can go Steven Seagal is, and then the name of the movie.
Steven Seagal is marked for death.
Yeah,
I think that's like one of the running jokes that they made.
Steven Seagal is Under Siege.
Yeah. See, you can do it. You can do it for most. There's only a handful of them that you can't do.
Right.
For it. He wrote a nonfiction book that is terrible.
I'm sure he did.
It's about like spirit wolves or some shit. I don't know. Who are you, sir?
Oh, I'm James McCarthy. I don't think Jody actually said who he was, and I don't
No, he
think
said I'm Jody.
But did you say who you were?
He did.
He did.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Brady
checking.
Davis.
Okay. Oh well, thank God. All right.
And we also are a field trip through nerd and pop culture.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
All the taglines.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the things they
Also,
did.
a new tagline.
But I hated Pet Rocks and E.T.
One of the things that they did in the quarter crew video is every single shot that Steven Seagal is in, they made it to where he was sitting down in every single like action shot.
Well, he's got to.
Yeah.
Now.
The movies that he has made recently, he pretty much does that the entire time.
There's a chase sequence down an alleyway, and he's just like moving his legs in a rolling chair.
Yeah.
It is fantastic and amazing.
Yeah.
I miss the old Steven Seagal memes. Those were pretty funny for a while. Yeah.
I remember when he said that he used to train Anderson Silva, the UFC fighter.
I remember that a friend of mine. This is a true story.
He literally there was a very famous KO where he like front kicked a dude in the face and knocked him out, and he said, "I taught him that."
So here's the thing about Seagal. Also, he was just in the middle of famous, right? And so in between even his bigger movies, he would have to do some martial arts shit on the side.
Yeah.
So
heavy quotes martial arts.
Yeah. Steven Seagal's version of martial arts.
Yeah. He's not really a martial artist. He's just bullshit.
Which is where this comes in. So this is before Under Siege comes out. It's in between the last movie before Under Siege and Under Siege. And a friend of mine, an older friend of mine, told me that he got to go to this retreat. I think it was in Atlanta or whatever. It was for a keto. It was they were having a keto competition or whatever. And Steven Seagal was there mainly as a guest. Not a judge or anything like that, just for name recognition, get more people in the seats and things like that or whatever. And there was like an old Aikido master who was like one of the top guys at the time or whatever. And they were supposed to do some sort of like, cute demo thing or whatever. And Steven Seagal tried to go off script and judo throw this little old man, and this little old man judo through Steven Seagal. It's
my favorite Steven Seagal story is that I believe it was Vern Gagne was on as a consultant on a movie with Steven Seagal, and Steven Seagal boasted that he could not be choked out. Vern Gagne was like, "Yes, I will choke you out," and Steven Seagal was like, "No."
Real quick, the curriculum vitae on Vern Gagne. Vern Gagne was one of the heads of one of the most popular professional wrestling organizations in the United States called the AWA, the American Wrestling Association. He was also legitimately a amateur wrestler
Yes.
and one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever
Yes.
lived
Yes.
in wrestling. Continue, Brady.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Vern Gagne proceeded to choke Steven Seagal out and make him crap his pants.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah, like back in the day, those OG wrestlers from like the 50s and 60s had to be like badasses in the ring for two reasons. One, you had to hold your own in case
Yeah.
you went up against a guy that was going to go off what he was supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
And two, if they were wrestling like some sort of local guy
Yeah.
that didn't know what he was doing, they would just strong arm the fuck out of
Well,
him.
yeah. And also, if they were a heel, they might get stabbed while going to or from the ring.
Yeah, yep. That's happened. Ask Bruiser Brody. No, that's not a fan.
Yeah, that's.
But
It was what was the
I know it was in Puerto Rico.
well no yeah that was not a fan who did
No,
that.
that was another.
That was probably a promoter.
It was. I think it was a
allegedly.
wrestler.
No, it was a wrestler promoter.
Yeah.
It was it was Super Invader 1, and I can't remember his
but
name.
it was the guy who was like the there's no way that I can say this without being insulting, and I don't want to do that. He was it Adrian Adonis, I believe. He was
Adorable Adrian Adonis.
the guy. Yeah, he was the guy who played,
Flamboyantly.
flamboyant.
Yeah.
We're talking about Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous
Yeah.
George maybe was who
He
I'm
was the
thinking
first
of.
one.
I think he got stabbed one time by a fan.
Sailor White, which was eventually it was a Canadian wrestler that would also be in the tag team the Moondogs, got stabbed as well.
Mhm.
So yep.
Well, Jody, keep it going. What have you been doing this weekend?
Yeah,
this week?
so I have not been watching Steven Seagal movies.
Thank God.
Because that's more of a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah.
You've
seen one Steven Seagal movie. You've seen them all. Literally.
Well, the thing about that is like is during a time period where home video was big. So like whether a movie did really well in the theater or not, or even went to the theater, I don't think maybe Mark for Death did go to the theater. But anyway, a lot of times, especially if you like, I want to see a good action movie. Well, there's a new release of Steven Seagal. Let's check that. When you ran through everything that they you're a big movie buff and you've seen everything in the video store, you're gonna watch it. It's $3 at the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, got on that tirade. So I've been playing King of Fighters 15. Go figure. I'm still playing it. I don't know why. I'm terrible, but I'm slightly getting better. I've won a couple of online games since last week, and my record's still abysmal because again I'm playing quote unquote subpar characters that can't chain like 20, 30, 40 hit combos, but I'm okay with that because I want to play the characters I want to play, and that's pretty much like sticking a whip and Isla, and like the third is always rotating out of a roster of 40 characters that I can't remember most of the names of because they're either super generic or super weird, like Medicune. There is Dinosaur though. He's pretty cool. King Dinosaur. It's a dude in a dinosaur costume that has like a cool auto control grab that jumps across the screen when he does it. Like some of the bigger guys have some pretty fast moves, pretty wild. I've been watching a lot of YouTube this week. I haven't really watched much of his YouTube, and there's one Netflix show that I'll briefly mention because you guys know I like my Netflix trash. I've stumbled upon the very, very, for me, niche English tubers. These tubers from across the pond, because I've been watching like different videos of like slap chop and kit bashing and things like that. And YouTube is like, oh man, you've been watching like Gundam model making and Warhammer lore videos. We're gonna show you how about a combo of both of those things together. So there's like been a string recently, especially it seems, of English YouTubers that are primarily Warhammer painting and kit making and kit bashing, trying. This is the first time I've tried to build a Gundam, and it's entertaining because especially if it's edited properly and in only like 20 minutes, because you see them make all kinds of mistakes, like you do for anything the first time you try it. But I think one of the things to take away from like, you know, going from a hobby where you have to like glue pieces together to where you just have to like take pieces off of a sprue and snap them into place after you file them down. You know, one of the gamers said that, you know, the thing about miniatures for Warhammer is, like, let's not even say you're doing a whole army, you're just doing a model. And you spend like, you know, 8 hours on the model because it's like a bigger model that's intricate. You've got to like do a lot of like specific brush work with blending and you know, the washing. It's very, Gundam building is very satisfying because you don't even, you know, in Warhammer, you have to wait till you get the whole model done before you get the sense of accomplishment and that rush of, you know, that creative, cathartic, you know, feeling that you get from doing that. And in Gundam building, like, you put a leg together and it's like you've got one whole piece together and you feel like, you know, and also, you know, when you're customizing, because you can customize Gundams, he's like, it's the one thing that's very addictive for mini painting for people is when they get to the point where they can, like, you know, use the tip of the brush to wash in like crevices and things like that. And Gundams have sleek lines built into the models, so you just do that and you just see like a line of paint go down them. And so it's a very like satisfying feeling or whatnot.
Imagine like panel liner is what they
there's
they can get, and I imagine that looks so satisfying.
There is there's a lot of cool stuff from that I saw, and then I watched some really cool things about like kit bashing, where specifically for Gundam, I didn't know how. I mean, I knew Gundam was pretty big, but I didn't know how big Gundam was until I started watching videos on Gundam, the model side of Gundam anyway. And they have a competition. Bandai has a competition every year in Japan, and you have to go through a lot of steps, of course, to get accepted into it. You know, just to show off your wares, and you know, I think the competition's been going on for like 25 years or whatever. And if you win, you get like some really pimp stuff, not just money, but like you get like a one of a kind Gundam model kit. That's like, instead of it having like you know, gold paint, it's gold plated in certain parts and things like that. Like the model's probably worth like $5,000 or something, because it's a once a year and there's only one of one and things like that. And I watched somebody like, you know, get into it or whatever, and she was like super excited. She's also an English YouTuber that does like a lot of different things. She does Gundam building, she does Warhammer. In fact, she works in a studio with like 8 other guys. I watched another English YouTuber go visit her, and just, you know, them interview each other on their different versions of the different hobbies that they have. And she got him into building a Gundam model on his channel, and that's starting to kind of like, you know, blend the things in, because if you have downtime in your hobby and you don't want to get burnt out on the hobby that you play most of the time or into most of the time, having a secondary one that's similar kind of gives you like a different kind of feeling, and also refreshes your invigoration for your main hobby, and keeps the passion going for what you're into. So I find that side of being into a hobby really cool. And then
before we move on,
go ahead.
I have a suggestion for you. There's this guy called Pete the Wargamer.
Okay.
He's a British guy, and he does most of his stuff is like kit bashing. He will like, and it's like alternate versions of models that, you know, like one of my favorite ones that he did was, there's a, you know, they have the Horus Heresy. There's a fan made. There's like 2 or 3 like fan made alternate heresies of like, okay, well, what if it's one of the. What if they just flipped it to where the other Primarchs are the
Sure.
ones? And he kit bashed the Angron model into a what's the Space Wolves guy, Lorgar.
Yeah. No, that's Lehman Russ.
Lehman Russ. Jesus, man, somebody who heard that is going to get pissed because Lorgar sucks. That's the word bearers. Everybody hates him.
Sure.
He kit bashed it into like a red demon werewolf thing, and it looked really cool. And he made like a lot of like changes to it, and it just. When he gets I like those bigger projects when he does stuff like that to watch. I don't watch his stuff all the time, but I'm just like, oh, this is an interesting project. I want to see how he does it.
I don't know if it was that guy or if it was another guy, but I watched a guy kit bash Warhammer model, or actually it was like a few from the Sisters.
Yeah.
And so one of like he does like, you know, what a lot of bigger YouTubers do in the hobby space, or in any space really that has any sort of creative input into it, and goes by like comments and the most upvoted thing. And of course, you know how masculine Warhammer is. So this comment was in like, there was a bunch of comments, including there was like a couple of women that also commented, because he does have like female followers, because there's, you know, thankfully nerds of every background getting into stuff now, not just now, but have been for a while, and it just never being acknowledged for it. So he kit bashed an idea that was something that we're talking off mic a minute ago, because I had mentioned this mainly because of this video, where he kit bashed the Sisters into Space Marines. So basically he took Space Marine heads and sanded their heads bald and did some really wild stuff to them. And he used some sort of putty. I don't know what kind of like gray.
Probably green stuff.
It wasn't green stuff. It was
that's milliput.
It was milliput. That's what it was.
They're using one of those two things.
Yeah, and that stuff looks like absolute shit before you start like actually working on it.
Yeah.
But it was cool because he would like, it was almost like just not even like a whole piece. He had like a huge chunks cut out, and he would like slap the stuff in there and then push other parts into it, glue it, and sand it and paint it, and then it would come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't have any names currently. But I'll try and remember to write some down maybe next week and mention some of the different ones. There's actually quite an array of English YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know, since I'm not in the hobby, I don't realize how big the hobby is, especially over there, because that's where they're located.
Yeah.
And so before I move on, there was another guy I watched, and he got it was from a third party or whatever, and he got a bunch of like quote unquote like defective models and stuff. They were all sprue.
Yeah.
And they were, like I said, third party stuff that you could use with things or whatever. And dude spent like $200. He's like, you know, the thing is, like, I'm doing this for a YouTube video. And there was like, I don't know, like half a pound of plastic. He's like, you could buy like a big model for this, or a couple of big models for this, or an army, or maybe even two, boxed armies anyway, for what I'm doing. So I'm not suggesting that anybody does this, but the thing is, like, he got so much crap out of it. I was like, oh, that's really cool, you know, because he got like 1 million weapons for orcs and things like that, and like he got almost a whole plane out of it, you know. But anyway, one other thing I watched that I'll talk about briefly, and I find it interesting because it's completely different for me anyway than the other Netflix trash romance reality programs, for two reasons. One, it's South Korean and they don't fuck around when it comes to these kind of shows. But it's I think it's a cool concept for multiple reasons. And also, I think it's a cool concept because it actually helps people that are not only on this show, but people that are also watching this show that might have a similar issue. And the name, it's a terrible name. The name of the show is it escapes me. Hold on, let me think about it.
We're just having problems with our memory tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Netflix changed their OS screen, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
I really fucking hate it. It is the most obtuse. They used to have the best interactive screen, and now it's one of the worst. So the name of the show is Better Late Than Single.
Jesus.
It's one of the worst titles.
I hate that title.
It is terrible. One of the worst titles I've ever heard for anything, including a show like this. So what they've done for this show is they've interviewed a lot of different people. And thankfully, they also don't fuck around when it comes to this part of it. If it was an American show, you would show all of the just the worst ones, and then start showing the first episode would be just them picking the 10 contestants, right? It would be just them going through oh, this person's completely hopeless. So the premise of the show is that they get 5 dudes and 5 girls, and they're all between the ages of 26 and 30. That have never dated before. They're all the Japanese term is neat. Basically, so introverted that they don't know how to interact with the opposite sex. Or they might have dated a couple of times, but not anything long term. Right? Nothing more than a couple of dates. There was one guy who said that he was 27 and he was on a date with a girl, and I'll get to that in a second, on the show. And she asked him what's the closest you've ever been to a woman before? It was actually a group thing, or in what regard have you how far have you basically gone or whatever. And he said he held hands with a girl when he was 15 once at church when they were praying. That's when they held hands. That's how bad a lot of these the non-existent relationship people have gone through it. And so here's the show's premise. They get four probably famous for South Korean television people, 2 dudes, 2 girls, and they've behind the scenes they've coached all these people in social interacting and how to approach the opposite sex, what to say, how to tune in, how to not tune out, don't talk too long about yourself, the things that people take for granted a lot of times when it comes to social cues. And the great thing about it is that you get to see these people interact with each other, and most of the dudes forget all of it and just act weird and awkward. And they don't know how to, and also because of the way the culture is, they don't know how to openly convey whether or not they like somebody. So that also comes across. It's cool because even though it's a reality TV program, you can tell that none of these people are acting. There's no acting going. These people are all awkward, and they are trying. Maybe there's some guidance behind the scenes, but you can't tell because they are all awkward and they're trying to figure out how to do. And there's not a whole lot. The first episode, they get them all in a room together, one at a time. They all get in this room and they're just sitting there. There's no interaction between the production staff or whatever. They wait until 3 hours and people finally start talking to each other. Of course, that's edited down for your viewing pleasure or whatnot. But I'm 4 episodes in, and I find it very compelling because it's almost I would say it's very close to if you Love on the Spectrum, which is done tastefully. that you might enjoy this show too, because these socially these
You rushed to get that disclaimer in there.
yeah, I did, because there is another show on Netflix I refuse to watch.
Down with Love.
Yeah, that's the one I refuse to watch. I can't do that for two reasons. One,
And, no. If you need to be explained what that's about,
yeah,
don't ever go looking for it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
There's two reasons I'm not watching that show, and I don't have to tell you. All right, and that's me. That's all I've done.
Ethan, what have you been doing?
Down for Love.
So I watched this new show. Down.
I really like this when they said no.
No,
There's a
no.
Ewan
No.
McGregor.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
There's a Ewan McGregor movie called Down for Love, and it's not the same. It's not.
Yeah.
I did.
There's a Matthew McConaughey movie called Tiptoes, and I'm stopping there.
It also stars Gary Oldman.
Yep.
Yeah. And Peter Dinklage.
That's true. Well, Dinklage would have been happy that they didn't hire another little person to play Gary Oldman's role.
Brad Williams is pissed about that.
Yes.
So
The comedian Brad Williams, who's going to be on the coast in September.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually going to a show.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So one thing I did not expect was to go down a rabbit hole during the prelude of our episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I have discovered that
Down for Love.
How many oil spills have been continuing on since 2002?
no idea, but since 1994,
Uh-huh.
from 1994 to the year of
Our Lord and Savior 2025.
2019,
Okay.
Steven Seagal has created either a movie or created a TV series.
Yes.
From that period, with 2016
Yes.
producing 6 movies and starring in them.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
It is why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there are these Eastern European movie companies who will make a movie for as cheap as humanly possible, and then
And
hire
he just accepts it.
and then hire on some star for a day. This is before he was diagnosed with not being able to speak. Bruce Willis was doing these so much because they'll pay. Hey, we'll pay you $1 million and you have to come one day.
Mm-hmm.
Nicolas Cage did these a lot.
Oh, yeah.
These were
Especially
the Japanese commercials of yesterday.
especially when he was paying off his dinosaur skull that he had to return to Mongolia.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's Steven Seagal is really big in Russia. He is basically a Russian asset at this point.
Yeah. One of the titles.
not in the spy way. It's just an asset that they list on their taxes.
Yes, pretty much.
A title that Steven Seagal has is Special Representative for
Down for Love. I'm keeping that one. Goddamn it!
Yeah.
Special Representative for Russia, U.S. cultural links, cultural and historical heritage.
Yeah, he literally.
He's
is-
basically
he literally is paid by the Russian state.
He's basically an ambassador at
Yeah.
this point.
Yes. Yes. Has been for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Had a reality show on A&E where he played a fake cop.
Lawman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir,
Where he's
he
a
was
bounty.
he was deputy in Terrebonne Parish.
Yeah. This man was a deputy.
Doesn't mean he was a real cop.
This man was a deputy that went out and bust criminals on the wild streets of wherever he was.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska.
I have
No, sir, it was in
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Oh, that's right. It was in Louisiana.
I
I was not making shit up about Terrebonne Parish.
Right.
I've just accepted that Steven
It
Seagal
might have been Jefferson Parish.
has
I'm not
been
sure.
somewhere in the universe, and I just am aware of
He was
him.
in some, was it Machete or something?
Yes.
He was in Machete.
Yes.
That was the last one I remember him being in.
Yeah.
That was relevant. And he was bad in that.
Well, yeah. It's Steven Seagal.
So that was the result of today.
Uh-huh.
The result of this previous week. It's kind of been like a little bit of a draining, exhausting week for me. So I unfortunately just haven't really been able to do much.
Mhm.
I have been heavily tempted on a purchase.
Okay.
I'm really considering getting a Switch 2.
Mhm.
And
I have a biased opinion because
Yes.
as we were filming the show, I bought a Switch 2.
yes.
Mhm.
I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yes.
It looks amazing.
It does look really cool.
It's the same team that made Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
And everything about it just looks good, looks fluid. Everything. I really want to play it. Not to mention like the GameCube emulator on it for Wind Waker, the Pokemon Coliseum, Gale of Darkness. I really want to play it. I really want it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that, like, with all the stuff coming out with the Switch 2 initially, and everyone shitting on it, and here I am contemplating getting it.
Please understand.
Yeah.
The complaints are legitimate.
Yes,
I have bought it. But I believe $450 is still a high price to pay for it.
Yeah.
I look at some of it, like there's the Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte, which I think is like, $650, $700.
Yeah.
That to me is more in line because you're getting a full terabyte of storage space.
Yeah.
You're getting an OLED screen. Like you're getting a whole bunch of stuff that you're not getting at the Switch level. You are paying more for it, but I think you're paying less for what you're getting with the Steam Deck as you're paying more with what you're getting with the Switch.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't pulled any triggers yet. I'm still figuring out like how I'm gonna do it, but I can see myself possibly getting a Switch by then before this year ends.
So for me, Bonanza was the tipping point.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite video game character. It's it's the team behind my favorite video game of all time.
Right.
And they just get it. It's just fun. I caught an interview. I can't remember with which outlet, but it was somebody who was speaking on Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto, who like for what almost 4 decades is behind the design teams that like made some of the greatest video games of all time. And at first, the statement took me back. Miyamoto designs products for people to buy. And you think like, well, that's as capitalism as it fucking gets. Where's the art? Where's the thing like that? But then he went on to elaborate. He wants people to buy this because he wants people to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And he wants it to be the highest quality for them to buy so that when they come back, they want to come back and buy another thing.
Yeah, of course.
Group. And to me, it's not that art is the secondary thing. It's just that art springs from that ideal.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It works in that regard.
Yeah. And just like, I just think like Bonanza's to me, like I'm already kind of building this up in my brain. It's going to come really close to what the joy of Odyssey was for me. It doesn't have the, I get to mind control a T-Rex.
Sure.
But I am going to be able to turn into a flying ostrich as Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Or a buff snake with arms.
Buff snake.
Yeah.
There you go. Try that
and
on
you have
Kojima.
and you have destroyable environments.
Yes, like completely destroyable environments. It's insane, like the things they thought.
One of the things I saw is like gaming journalists. They will play test the game and they'll give a score. The IGN reporter that tried playing Bonanza could not understand the simple controls of like
that's IGN for you in my opinion.
And he's not following like the game directions as it's provided to him, and he just continuously dies. Like, this game sucks. It won't give clear, concise instructions on how you need to progress in the game.
I really
it kind of felt like rage bait at first.
No, it's not.
But then like the face of confusion,
the inability
like,
to.
This guy actually does not know what he's doing.
The problem is that they don't have game journalists play games on IGN and haven't for a while. They have third-party people because they have so many games coming out that they need a review on, and I don't even know how some of these reviews get greenlit.
My issue with IGN is similar to an issue that I have with GameSpot in that they are putting games on people to review that are not like, I'm not saying you have to be the ultimate fan of it,
sure,
but you have to have some modicum of knowledge of the game.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why I don't think from mainstream outlets like those you're going to be able to get any kind of like real-time strategy game review because that's not in the mainstream anymore.
Yeah, right.
I think there's a lot to be said that they don't hand the games to people who know how to play them.
Yeah,
and some of these games can be very unintuitive. Now, that being said, if you can't play Donkey Kong Bonanza, if you can't play a 3D platformer in this day and age, what are you doing?
Well, also, man, because I'm going to double down on this for a minute because I've got to I rage on it.
Double it.
Like, the problem I have with IGN is that, and then also, they will say some shit that will make you angry. Like, there was a guy that was, like, he did a review for, I want to say it was, like, the second, like, Bloodstained game or something like that, and he's like, I hate Metroidvania. What the fuck are you doing playing this and reviewing it? If you hate Metroidvania, you can't give an objective opinion about a game genre that you don't play as a quote-unquote journalist. There's certain games that genres I don't like playing, but I guarantee you I could give you a objective, not subjective opinion of the game, looking outside in
a non-biased,
a non-biased, objective opinion of the game, not because I hate this.
It's not your favorite genre, but it's your job to give your opinions.
That's like saying, like, oh man, I reviewed Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and I hate it because I didn't like Jet Set Radio. What?
I'll make not a full counterpoint, but just kind of an addendum on that. Some of my favorite games are in genres that I absolutely despise, but they did something with it that go either against the grain or they made it fun for me in order to play it.
Yeah.
Like I think of the like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not a big fan of the Bethesda open world game, which is like what the hell.
Sure.
But yeah, but like there's something about that the Nintendo crew knew and I think delivered on. Now, some people disagree on that. Our friend Jason Holder in particular, like I can see where the weapon destruction, like how quickly your weapons wear out in that game.
Sure.
Yeah, I 100% can get that would be a frustration. It was a frustration that I had, but it didn't overcome my enjoyment of the rest of the game. So I think there is something to be said for every so often handing something that is outside of somebody's wheelhouse if you feel that it does something in the genre that's different and might bring them over.
Sure.
But to just wholesale just fucking hand something to somebody that you know they already hate.
Right.
Yeah.
I miss and move on after this for me talking about it. I miss Classic Game Room, which was a great YouTube channel. Mark did some great stuff and then decided he wanted to do comic books. That's fine because he got burned out. Because he's been doing video game reviews since 2000. And I understand, but I just missed that part of YouTube where you would have, and there's still people that review games on YouTube, but it just doesn't, the passion behind it isn't the same as it once was.
Yeah.
And I miss that.
That's really all I had to say about it.
All right, so I don't know if you guys heard, I just bought a Switch 2, literally. So that was, but yes, that's something I'm excited for. Just looking at some of the stats for it, that kind of blew my mind as far as the sales of that go. Cyberpunk 2077 went from like in the 200s, like most bought titles, to the 18th most bought title in June, and most of that is accredited to its Switch 2 port, which speaks to me as you have a Nintendo locked crowd that is looking like would be willing to buy these games and play them on a system that can run them. Hopefully, Switch 2 can run it. I have it on PC, so I don't have to worry about that. But I'm hoping that more stuff like that will come about. I've seen reviews that the WWE 2K game, the most recent one, is on Switch 2, and they say it's the best wrestling game that's been on a Nintendo system in 15 years, or 15 or 20 years, which brings up like notions of AKI and No Mercy or the Day of Reckoning games. So that's
good because
that's a bold statement,
because that game as a whole on the other two modern consoles is not doing great, and is not a great game compared to the last one that came out. Is a downshift.
Okay.
One thing I saw the other day, Sony made an announcement that they're continuing to expand their multi-platform, giving PlayStation exclusives to other platforms. One of them being Nintendo. So,
which, if you realize
that doesn't shocked me completely.
It surprises me.
Yeah.
Like I could see Sony saying, Microsoft, here, have all of our fucking exclusives. Nintendo, you ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I
at
heard a
some
rumor
point-
we're going to hear that. So they have a partner showcase, a Nintendo Direct coming up tomorrow, or when you see this, it would have been yesterday. But the rumor is that we're going to be getting an RPG that we shouldn't, like a remastered RPG that, in my mind, if this is true, is absolutely insane. We're getting Legend of Dragoon on the Switch.
Oh shit!
Which I'll believe that when I fucking see that.
Right.
Yeah.
But supposedly there's some announcements tomorrow about partner showcases that we're going to be seeing about that.
But also think about like the Switch 2 getting the 2018 God of War, the 2018 Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, those like high quality games. Being able to play them on a Switch too,
And they're getting Concord.
I mean, hey, Concord didn't have the Switch audience.
Oh, if they'd had the Switch audience, that would have been
man.
four
Who
more
knows?
people.
That
Who
would've
knows
been-
what would have happened?
Yeah, and who knows what's going to happen if the game Marathon ever gets released because it got pushed back again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they like that of all things, the visual design of the game. Outside of the primary loop of what you're typically doing in the game, that's probably the next biggest thing that requires everything to be cohesive. And for that to have literally, no, we got to pull all this. Yeah, I'm 2027. That's late 2027, and I'll give them like 2.5 years. So
They have to make money on it, otherwise Bungie will be closed down by Sony.
Well, they've got to make. Well, I mean, like Sony already lost fucking all the shit from Concord that they thought they were going to make and never were. Again, there's notes of like $400 million lost on that game, which is fucking crazy.
Well, also, from what I've heard from Destiny 2 players, is that they're wrapping that game up. Like the content for it is drying up, and they're focusing on Marathon right now.
But yeah, they kind of have to.
They do.
For me, good, and I don't even mean that it's like, oh, I fucking hate Destiny. It's just like that game is Destiny 2 has been around for a long time.
Well, they fulfilled their promise that they lied about with Destiny 1 because it was supposed to be a 10-year game. And when they went to the second game, your stuff was supposed to float over from the first game to the second. Both those promises were broken, but Destiny 2 has been out for about 10 years. So, there you go.
So I took a trip to Metairie, Louisiana. Excuse me, Kenner. Well, we had to pass through Metairie, so technically I'm not lying. But we went to Kenner, Louisiana, and back. And on the way there, I was able to finish up Wizard of Earthsea for the second time in my life. It gets a high recommendation for me. It gets a strong recommendation for me. The afterword from Ursula Le Guin in that book gets my strongest recommendation. But you have to read A Wizard of Earthsea first to appreciate the afterword. Like, it's not something you can just read in separately. But it was an absolutely fantastic story. I'm not going to go into any spoilers, but it's about the early life of the greatest archmage of which is Sparrowhawk. True name Ged. Initial birth name Dooney, which you get that for just the first chapter. But it's a fantastically well put together story. I think it's a story that I think if you have any love for the fantasy genre, you have to have read this one. This is required reading. You don't have to necessarily. Now that being said, I've also started for the first time. I've started on the Tombs of Atuan, and so I'm curious how that's going to go, especially after reading the afterword. And I will say this for the Kindle Unlimited version, which is where I read it from this time. They gave you the first 2 chapters of Atuan free. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just click on Atuan. It's like, purchase. Wait, what do you mean? It's not a part of Kindle Unlimited right now. So I spent $11. So that book better be good because it cost me a meal.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
So there you go.
You sir have been duped.
I was well, unless it was a very good book, in which case I may have had a great value.
Not speaking of audible.com, I want to mention that audible.com has restructured how they're paying their authors now. And if you're not in the top 10% of big name authors like Brandon Sanderson, Stephen King, Clive Barker, and those guys, you're going to be getting pennies on the dollar lowered than what they were doing before. So fuck Audible.
Yeah.
Travelers on the Omnibus, just to never-ending ride of misery. It's just what it is, at least this week. But again, back to the good feelings. No, strong recommendation for Wizard of Earthsea.
Yeah,
and my highest recommendation for the Afterward After.
Yeah.
So I definitely, and I've got the physical copy. So if anybody wants to knock that one out, I can hand that over to you.
I might have to do that because that is. I have wanted to read some Le Guin, and I've just never gotten around to it. I don't know if I'll get to it this year because I do have a lot of things on my list, but that is something I do eventually want to get to.
It's under 200 pages. It is. Once I was able to sit down with the book,
right?
A lot of it is sometimes I will come home at night. It's like, I'm going to read, and then I'm out. Or
life
be like,
gets in the way.
I've got some. It's like, I'm editing the podcast or something. I got to work on this model.
Life gets in the way.
Like little things.
Yeah. 90% of my reading is done on the crapper nowadays.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. That's where about
sometimes I stay on way too long because I'm just I don't want to stop reading this.
Yeah, I think a combined 20 pages worth of this was pooping time as well. I will definitely admit to that. Something I forgot to mention. So there is a 1/44th scale figure of Big Zom from Gundam, and it can be used as a desk lamp. Because it has light emitting diodes in it that are so it's
that's the master
just
class.
Said LEDs. For some reason I wanted the name. It's because Wizard of Earthsea. If you know the true name, you have power over it. That's how it works. Okay, so there you go.
Actually, a real I think I saw something online about this. It's the actual, real, true Big Zam.
Yeah, 1/40. Now it's not a put together model. It's a figure.
Yeah.
But it requires 3 AA batteries to power all the lights on the thing, and it's like $350. It requires Japanese import. So, maybe one day, but today is not that day.
You could buy the highest masterclass put together model kit for like $100 cheaper than that, and not get it exported. So
but there is no Big Zam.
There is not like that.
Yeah, that
not
show
like
them,
that.
Show them,
I've seen it already.
See it again. Yeah. Bask in the glory of Big Zam.
Yeah,
there you go. I know it's like one of the Xeon fucking Gundams, but that I love the green color. I love that it's just preposterous.
Well,
I love that it's the chicken-footed witch of Gundams.
Well,
so,
especially in science fiction, like in Gundam or whatever, it's like one of those things where if you watch enough of it,
my god, Chara the chicken-footed witch, and Char is from Xeon and Gundam, and that's the chicken-footed Gundam. We got it.
We looped it around.
There
are really no heroes in Gundam.
Yeah,
Amuro.
Amuro is the
only. Ray is like
Amuro is the only hero in Gundam.
And that one general that says they're tired.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
And on the other side, people are shooting each other in the head. Yeah. All right. So
I don't like Gundam. I like Big Zom. But I do love Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, promoting Char's counterattack for Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to buy the Big Zom lamp.
Why do you not want to buy the Big Zom? I will once I'm rich.
Because it's $788.
Yeah. Somebody got it for $318 through some sort of, I'm assuming, crime.
Yeah.
I have to imagine crime was involved in that somehow.
They probably only made 100 of those, by the way.
No, it's mass produced in Japan. You have to import it.
Oh, man.
Big Zom. So that's it for me. Brady, take this first part home.
All right. So, I want to talk about a couple of TV shows. One I finished, and that is Ted Lasso. I watched all 3 seasons of that.
Beard in the Hallway with Nate is my favorite jump scare from that series, and one of my favorite poignant moments of that series.
My favorite jump scare is when they're looking for Roy, and he like under like a bridge or something, and he like that made me fucking laugh so hard.
My favorite bridge moment in that series is Waddingham. I can't remember. Going
Rebecca.
over Rebecca going over the bridge. That's a funny spot. I loved that.
A lot of people had said, and I had seen a lot of things about like the 3rd season being bad. I don't understand that. I
don't think it's as good as the first
It's not
two.
as good as the first 2 seasons.
Comparatively, I think that's what they're going with there. And also the wedding scene at the end that was clearly green screened, maybe Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That was off-putting,
That
and I
did-
didn't like it. It doesn't kill the series, but I think it being one of the last things you see from the show
Yeah.
is kind of and I'm glad that a 4th season's getting put together.
Yeah. But I think this was a good ending. I really don't, I kept waiting. I was like, well, is it going to end up being bad? There was like the thing with the big change for Nathan in the 3rd season happening off screen was a little weird, I thought. But yeah.
I wonder if that had to be, if not necessarily that it had to be rushed, but I wonder if it was rushed and therefore that it was lost.
Yeah, I don't know how, because those last few episodes were like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I have 3 more episodes. That's an hour and a half, and like an hour and a half passed, and it was still. I just finished that one episode, and I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I thought the third season was pretty good. I don't understand the issues that people had with it. But overall, I think the show is really good. It's a solid sitcom.
Is that only on Apple?
It's only on Apple. I got like the they don't call it like the complete series, but it's called like the Richmond Way is the whole, and it's just the 3 seasons on. I got it on DVD.
Oh, okay.
For Prime Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to borrow it, I can let you have. I can let you borrow it.
Yeah. I'm down for
I'll
that.
remember. I'll try to remember next week to bring it.
I'm pulling in James Gunn, but bear with me. So James Gunn is very good at picking songs from bands I don't like, but they pick the one song about them to.
Sure.
He got the fucking Fleetwood Mac song that's in fucking volume 2. Let the wind blow. I love that song, and I can't remember the name of it. Right,
The
Yeah, the
Chain.
Chain.
Yeah.
Why? God, that
Yeah.
I'm stupid. Yeah, I don't like Fleetwood Mac. Love that song.
Sure.
Don't like Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
Love Father and Son. That's
Yeah,
also in
gotcha.
volume 2.
Gotcha.
That's the last song in that they play out with everything resolving in Ted Lasso. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, there was like one of the closing songs of one episode was not REM, Radiohead's Karma Police, and I was like, fuck, I think I like this song.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's right.
And I fucking hate our Radiohead.
You're allowed to hate a band, but love at least one song. It's fine.
I used to like Creep, but I was like, man, this song fucking sucks. But
There's like 3 Zeppelin songs I like, and I don't like anything else by them.
oh damn, I don't like you anymore. Yeah. So
Remember, it's Led Zeppelin.
But I hated Pet Rocks and E.T.
yeah, we just gotta keep adding.
I didn't
stuff
say I
on.
hated them. I
We
just
just gotta keep adding.
don't
stuff.
care for the rest of their
But
that voice line said you specifically
they
hated them.
they insist on
no, the
themselves.
voice line said he hates Pet Rocks and E.T.
Yeah.
We're just going to be adding more on.
But yeah, Ted Lasso. If you just want like a nice, I think it's a nice comfort show. So if that sounds good for you, check it out.
Unabashedly optimistic, and I think we don't have that in modern comedies lately.
Yeah, it's
people too scared to write funny things.
Not funny, hopeful.
Yeah.
Like I think about Modern Family, and Modern Family would have like hopeful moments, but that show has this little bent towards nihilism
Yeah.
that I don't like. It gets to me.
I couldn't get into it.
Most comedies nowadays have that detached nihilism. That I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of South Park anymore.
Oh
But-
no, I've dropped off from them for a long time.
But
A lot of times when I'm
don't let my daughter hear that because she's fucking obsessed. Jesus Christ.
A lot of times when I'm like watching like Facebook reels of Ted Lasso, I always watch the darts scene.
That's a really good scene.
And I sit there and I watch it every time I see it, and like I just Ted's whole speech on doing his final turn is like it's good. Like that scene alone made me want to watch it.
Yeah, and interesting characters. It's fun to see them interact with each other and to see. It's always fun to watch a show where like the characters you can see grow close to each other. So that's really cool. And then I started the other show that I got for Prime Day, and that's Twin Peaks. I'm about 3 episodes into that one. This is a show that was written and mostly directed, maybe all directed by David Lynch.
Oh yeah.
And I believe Matt Lawrence
did the Twin Peaks revival, or just the original Twin Peaks?
It's all of it.
It's all of it. Okay,
yeah, it's what's
cool.
called the Zeta collection. So it is the 2 seasons of the original show, Firewalk with Me,
good.
and the revival.
That's good.
So the whole reason I was waiting for this particular collection to go on sale, because the only other collection is just all the TV stuff, and I didn't want to buy Firewalk with Me separately. So it's everything. So I'll be able. So by the end of this, I will have watched all of the shit. Yeah, so far it's really good. I'm 3 episodes in. I watched the pilot, and then they have an episode 1 and 2. Yeah, it's very good. I can see why people like really gravitate towards it, because it's really. It starts off at the very least mostly a mystery. This young high schooler, Laura Palmer, her body is discovered, and because of other things that happen, the FBI agent Dale Cooper gets assigned to the case, played by Kyle MacLachlan. And he is investigating it. And the really and truly the super weird stuff doesn't start until that second episode. But everything's just a little bit off kilter. Like there are characters in here where you're just like, what the fuck is up with this character? Or even Dale Cooper, the way he acts is just a little bit off, to where you're like, huh. But
it feels like that character is like loosely based off of the other David Lynch character from Blue Velvet a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of get that vibe off, not completely, just that vibe off of him.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's interesting so far. It's really interesting seeing, like, because it's a small town. It's like a northwestern town, that's like a logging town, and seeing everybody's the show is really good so far, of like showing everybody's little connections to everybody, and how messy everything is. Because just about everybody's in a relationship, but they're also secretly in a relationship with somebody else, and just untangling all the stuff that Laura Palmer was doing is like crazy.
There's a lot going on.
But
wait till you meet David Bowie.
Yeah, I've been to I watched. He had a dream where he went to the Red Room, with the reverse talking little person.
Yeah, that's also in Firewalk with Me as well. Yeah. But not the same.
Yeah, I know scene. Firewalk with Me is basically like what leads up to the show.
Yeah.
And I've heard very good things about that.
Oh yeah, the movie's phenomenal.
But yeah, it's very interesting so far. I am enjoying it. It's weird seeing some of these people as young as they are.
Right.
Like there's a young Laura Flynn Boyle.
Yeah.
Is one of the main characters. She's a high schooler in this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one of the characters was the main bad guy in the first Hellraiser, the guy who solves the puzzle and gets brought back to life.
Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's him. I didn't look it up.
Could be.
But yeah, it's a good show so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I've been wanting to get into it and just never got around to it. But yeah, so far that's really good. And the last thing I want to talk about is, so last week the everybody who backed the Kickstarter got the PDFs for the Cosmere RPG. For the stuff that's coming out in September, I believe we're supposed to be getting.
Damn, that's quick.
Supposed to be shipping.
That's quick.
So yeah, I've been able to kind of look over those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about this one. It's I think it's close enough to a D&D fifth ed like it's got some of enough of the kind of DNA of that in it to like be able for people to easily transfer over to it.
Yeah.
Because it's still like you have like 6 skills and roll a d20, but they do different enough things that I think that it's not just going to feel like, I think you do have like advantage and disadvantage and stuff like that. But you also have something called a plot die, which is a d6, a special d6 that you can roll like an opportunity or a complication, which you could fail but still get an opportunity. It's kind of like the way that the Fantasy Flight Star Wars RPG and their Genesis system does, which is pretty cool. Also, just some of the ways that they do things, I'm really the way they do progression, because I've been looking for a kind of more crunchy RPG when it comes to like level progression. And this I think gives it, because you have paths which are basically like tech trees. Like, hey, I want to be a warrior, so okay, you pick one of these 2 paths and you go down it, but you can always switch paths. Like whenever you level up, you can okay, I'm gonna go to this thing now. But you have like heroic paths, which are just like basic classes almost. But then you also have radiant paths, and these are like the magic system stuff from the books. And the magic system is very cool in Stormlight, because it's literally, there are like you have to complete like goals basically to go to the next level in this magic system to get stronger. So it's really interesting, because like that's built into this now because of the way that magic system works. It's pretty interesting. Just the way they do everything. Something that I really want to note is, so there's a campaign book, which looks interesting. Then there is just a first level adventure that you can run with like pre-made characters. And then they have an adventure called First Steps, which is a 0 level adventure. And the way it works is, when you start the adventure, you give your players a blank character sheet with nothing on it. And as they go, you'll say, okay, this thing happens. Here are your options of what to do. What do you want to do? And depending on what they choose to do, they're okay, you chose to do this. Like you chose to run and find a weapon. Okay. So that's going to give you +1 on this stat. What do you find? Do you find a dagger? Do you find a spear? Okay, that's going to give you +1 in this skill, and that's going to put you going towards this path. Because all the radiant paths have to deal with like there is a what is it called? There is a there's an ideal connected to each radiant path. Okay, that's going to put you on this path. But you don't even, you do this thing, it's going to give you this many resources. So now so later on you can get equipment and stuff like that. So that's a very interesting thing that seems pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, if you're interested in the Stormlight Archives, or if you've read the books or anything like that, it gives you like extra information that we didn't know, extra lore. There's a whole lore book that talks about, the history and the worlds and little details about all the cultures and everything. So really, really excited about that. It looks really, really cool. And but I think even people, like, you're going to, of course, get the most if you know about the Stormlight Archives, but I also think that like it will still be fun, because you can do a lot of cool things in the game, regardless of whether you know about the books or not. Because it is like a kind of epic hero style game. Like,
I really want to play this.
Yeah, the way they do like initiative is really cool. Yeah, I think it's just like a really crunchy RPG that looks very interesting.
I like crunch.
Yeah,
I can do crunch.
Well, yeah, I've discovered a lot of RPGs that I think are good replacements for D&D, except that they don't do that like kind of crunchy level progression, or give you like a ton of mechanical options on things.
They kind of go like more heavily into the narrative side.
Yeah, it's more about narratives and you being creative, and then okay, you just roll this stat.
Right.
which can be fun and I've enjoyed and I've liked. It's just I've missed that aspect.
I do.
Of D&D.
I do too.
And this feels like it can give you that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the books to actually come in. So it's because it's not the layout of the books is not great for PDFs because building a character it kind of has that problem of the 5th ed player book where you have to kind of flip all back and forth. And
that's
it's
been D&D forever.
And it's like I can't. They at least will say like, okay, if you need to do this, okay, now it's time to do this. Then go to page whatever. Yeah. But in a PDF form, like that's not really tenable.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to actually having the books so that it's actually easier to flip back and forth to the. But I'm enjoying reading through the PDFs.
Yeah.
And looking forward to one day getting that onto the table. Well, that is me. Jay, do we have any feedback?
No feedback this week, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being passengers on the bus this week. If you'd like to leave feedback on this or any of our previous episodes, travelersontheomnibus at gmail.com. Again, that is travelersontheomnibus at gmail.com. 1 L in travelers. I mentioned that because I always thought it was 2. And I found, no, it's just 1. There you go. So trying to be grammatically correct in all things and ways. Speaking of grammatically correct, Jody, what are for that can we be also contacted?
Sound like the sheriff from Men in Tights, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Forsooth, Spotify.
Forsooth anon, it is Spotify. Yes, take part in any of our polls for this or any of our previous episodes that is still ongoing, and also leave a comment on this or any of our episodes that you have heard or not heard, and just leave weird things, and we'll try to decipher them.
Sure.
Like it was Twin Peaks. It'll be great.
Yeah.
There you go. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you again also for being passengers. If you would like to share this opportunity to listen to us talk, that sounds real. It just sounds sad. I apologize, gentlemen. I made it sound bad. But yeah, no, if you'd like to share this with any of your friends who do not listen to podcasts on the same things that you listen on, we're available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube Music through our YouTube channel, Travelers on the Omnibus, and iHeartRadio.
And with that, we're about to find out what they call a quarter pounder in Amsterdam,
France.
Welcome back to our main topic where we're going to be going over the 1994 movie Pulp Fiction. This was one of the movies that we had on the list for Ethan has to watch these before he dies.
This was my personal number one pick.
Yes.
That it's one of those movies that I have acknowledged due to cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
But just never watched it on my own before until now.
Yeah. This is Quentin Tarantino's second movie. First one being Reservoir Dogs. This is kind of the one that really shot him into the stratosphere. He got a little bit of like recognition for Reservoir Dogs, but this is really the one that really changed things. And it also like it had the most effect. Really, I think probably of any of his movies. Like there were so many copycats after Pulp Fiction. That just really wanted to be Pulp Fiction.
Some of them worked out.
Some of them worked out.
Like Get Shorty really, you know, kind of felt that way.
Yeah.
Had a budget of 8 to 8.5 million and grossed 213.9 million worldwide.
Yeah. And one of the big things that this movie did that not a lot of movies, at least like mainstream, well-known movies did, was it played things out of order. It starts really like in like the middle. Well, I will say, it's seen in a diner. We get 2 of the characters that we see again later, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, who decide that they're going to rob the diner
right
while they're sitting there talking.
And they're kind of like weighing like pros and cons of like robbing the diner as opposed to like.
Well, they're talking about robbing other places hasn't really worked out.
Yeah, they've usually robbed liquor stores, and that's not working out for them. So it's like, hey, why don't we rob a diner? And while we're at it, why don't we rob this place?
Right.
And then it cuts to very famous opening credits to Miserule is the song. One of the big things about Tarantino is that he is very good at needle drops. I think lately, like it's James Gunn is the other person who's really big, but he's like really, really good at like putting a song in the right place in a movie.
Also, before the song kicks in, I really do love you get this like this happens in this movie quite a lot where you have like a slow dialogue build up until like a really big payoff, and it happens like it sets your standards for what's happening.
Yeah,
because this shit goes wild immediately for them just having a casual conversations. To when they're like, all right, let's do it. And like he gets up, he goes, all right, everybody be cool. This is a robbery. And she goes, if any one of you motherfuckers moves a goddamn,
Two opposite.
I will
ends of the
execute
spectrum.
every last one of you.
That actress is Amanda Plummer, daughter of the famed actor Christopher Plummer.
Yeah.
Her most recent work that to me had any renown, she was one of the lead antagonists in season 3 of Picard. Arguably known as the best season of Picard. Fantastic actress. She's in this. She's also in The Fisher King as well. I think did a fantastic job. And I mean, this scene highlights if there is someone who knows how to write and shoot dialogue to where it's not boring,
right?
Yeah.
It is Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
Like just that opening scene kind of sets up for you a lot of things that are going to happen throughout the rest of the movie. But also just this dynamic of really down to earth conversations that friends, loved ones would have amongst one another in extremely strange situations.
It's down to earth topics, but it's also people don't really talk like this.
Yeah, it's
like nobody is this smart or clever when they talk, which I don't mind. A lot of people I know who don't like Tarantino that grates against them. I don't mind this. I love dialogue. I love quippy, clever dialogue.
Well, also, like he was talking about, people were talking about like how well he wrote dialogue when this movie came out. He was like Reservoir Dogs opens with this like scene in a diner where they're having a conversation. And
this is the Like a Virgin.
Yeah, the Like a Virgin
monologue.
conversation. And I think also this was one of his favorite parts in that movie. And I think he expanded on like, okay, so what would criminals talk about when they're not talking about doing crimes?
I mean, of course, it was Tarantino's favorite part. It's
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that kicks it off. We get, again, Misrule. One of the things that stuck out, I actually paid attention to the credits, which I usually don't.
Right.
Danny DeVito is an executive producer.
I
of
didn't
this
know that
movie.
either.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Right.
And they're really like, there are sections of this movie. Again, the movie is told out of order, but it's really told in like sections where there are a couple of characters that we follow.
It's over for Ethan and the rest of the audience who haven't seen this movie before or the first time. I think it's 3 days, right? I think it's over the course of 3 days.
Yeah.
For sure. It's at least 3 days.
3 or 4 days.
We'll get into why I think it's 3 days later as we get through it.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 days.
It's
at least 3 days.
It's only a few days.
Yeah.
But we go to the next chunk of the movie is Jules and Vincent.
Really dig
played by John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson.
Travolta's career at this point was actually dead in the water.
This
movie revived. Yes,
which was one of the things I was thinking of is that Tarantino is really good at either like picking out people to kind of revive their career
or make new stars.
Yeah. In his next movie, Jackie Brown, he kind of does that with Robert Forster, who was kind of like
Pam Grier too.
Pam Grier,
Yeah.
they were kind of on a downturn, and he used them very well.
As far as making new stars, to me, nothing comes close to Once Upon a Time. in
Once Upon a
Hollywood,
Time in
'cause
Mexico
Jesus
has
Christ.
like 20 people in it.
In
that
Hollywood.
came-
In Hollywood. Yeah.
There's like 20 young stars in that became
Austin
that went on.
Butler, Academy Award winning actress Mikey Madison,
Yeah.
Margaret Qualley, Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
There's one other one in there.
There's like one or two actually. But,
Yeah,
but there's a ton of young talent in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. And this is one of those dialogue scenes. They're just driving down the road.
Casual conversation while they're going into work, basically.
Jules is asking Vincent how Amsterdam was.
We find out Vincent's been in Amsterdam for 3 years.
Yeah.
This is Vincent Vega, who is the brother of Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Most of his movies connect together in one way or the other.
Well, Michael Madsen was going to reprise his role on this, but they couldn't get him because of scheduling conflicts.
Because he was doing something else.
And then Tarantino rolled around, which is weird because then Bruce Willis got the script. It's like, oh, I'd like to play this Vincent Vega character. Well, I've already got John Travolta for that, but I want you, and then I would like you to read this for Butch, and then that's how that.
Right.
There's so much that just fell into place with this movie, like a puzzle in Tetris.
Do you know why Michael Madsen had to miss filming Pulp Fiction? Because he was filming Species.
Wow. That's crazy. Samuel L. Jackson in this was supposed to, Jules was supposed to have an afro, but they couldn't find a wig or something like that, and they ended up having to get the Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Which becomes...
And I can't envision that character.
Yeah.
with an
Oh,
afro.
yeah.
I just can't.
No.
But that's a testament to the acting talent of Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, this is, it'd been a while since I've seen like a younger Samuel L. Jackson act, and I really miss his energy when he was young. He still has a decent amount of energy, but you can tell like he is older. He doesn't look super old, but you can tell like he is a little bit older.
One of the quotable,
a little more spry.
One of the quotable scenes. Quotable scenes in this movie is when he's like, you know what I like about Europe is the little differences, and Jules is like, give me an explanation. And he's like, well, you know what they call a quarter pounder in France? He goes, no, it's Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese, yeah.
Because they don't.
What do they call a Big Mac over there?
I don't know. I didn't go into Burger
No,
King.
he said they call it
Big Mac's Big Mac, but they call it Love
Oh,
Big Mac.
that's right. That's
What
right.
do they call a Whopper?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I didn't go to Burger
yeah,
King. But he talks about like, you can. It's legal, but it ain't exactly legal. Talking about weed in Amsterdam. That
like the conversation is it doesn't feel forced. It feels very natural. It doesn't even feel like they notice a camera just outside their car.
They stop and they talk about what they got to do. It's like, how many guys in it? I don't know, 4 or 5.
we really need shotguns for this.
We need shotguns for this shit. They go in their elevator. They have the conversation.
We find out that Vincent Vega is he's asking a lot of their boss, Marcellus Wallace. He's asking a lot of questions about Mia Wallace, his wife,
right?
Because Marcellus is going out of town and wants him to take Mia out,
right?
and Jules, puts a finger gun to his head. Take her out? No, just like out to eat or whatever.
Like on a
take
date?
care of
Like
her.
on a date?
No, not on a date.
This is also where they talk about
Tony Rocky horror.
This is the earliest that we find out about man, Tarantino has a foot fetish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they talk about this character Tony Rocky Horror, who was thrown out of a six-story window.
Yeah.
Four-story.
Four-story.
4-story. Okay.
Four-story.
My gut was 4-story.
Yeah.
And landed on like a greenhouse type thing.
And fucked up his throat.
Fucked up his speech.
Uh-huh.
Because he supposedly gave Mia Wallace a foot massage, and he was like, "Man, I've given 100 foot massages, and foot massages it ain't even in the same belt. It ain't even the same sport."
They're arguing about whether or not it's in the same ballpark.
Would you give a man a foot massage?
Man, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Would you give me a foot massage?
Fuck you.
I've been on my
All
feet
I'm
all
saying
day.
is I've given
I'm tired.
hundreds of foot massages, and they all meant something. There's like tons and tons of quotable
I love
dialogue
when they
in
go
this.
up to the door and they look at and it's like, what time is it?
Yeah.
And Vince goes, it's 7:20. He's like, all right, we're early.
Yeah, we're early.
And they step
Come on.
off to the side and like continue this
And
conversation.
then when they come back, they go, "Okay, let's get into character."
Right.
And then they get inside the apartment.
Do we cut to a different scene or is this still
This doesn't cut until the
okay.
yeah.
Until it's time for the date.
Yeah.
Also, like during all this, like the entire interaction, it's all like it all feels like one camera movement. All feels like one
Yeah.
like one long shot. Like
Mhm.
they could have had like hidden cuts somewhere, but
Yeah.
like the way it's moving and the way the dialogue goes, it just feels like one natural conversation with no cuts anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They centered back in front of the door and then cuts.
Yeah.
That's a
And
movie.
then we're inside. There's a dude on the couch. There's a dude sitting at a table eating a burger. And then there is Marvin, who is
Played by Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar, phenomenal voice actor.
Yep.
And-
He is Aquaman in the Injustice games.
Yeah, he is John Stewart in the Justice League.
There's a dude
He
laying
is
on the couch.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dude laying on the
Yeah.
couch, just chilling.
Yeah. Flock of seagulls.
Flock of seagulls. Yeah. Jules comes in very cool. Tells the guy, "Hey, you don't have to get up. You can sit right there on the."
He's like,
on the
"Chill, bro.
couch.
Chill, bro."
His
Oh, what y'all
voice
doing?
is very inviting.
Yeah, y'all
It is a
having
very-
y'all having breakfast. Vincent goes into the kitchen and starts making
Rolling
rolling
a
a cigarette. Hey, what you eating? Oh,
Well, hold on a second. Let me guess. You're Brett.
yeah. Big Kahuna Burger.
That's the
a
Hawaiian burger
jo-
joint.
I heard they had a real tasty burger.
Now my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which means I'm a vegetarian, so I can't eat burgers.
Mind if I try yours?
That is a tasty burger. Was it Sprite? You mind if I get Sprite?
Wash
And
down.
like that's the
And
cold,
wash
like
the-
that's
Yeah.
the coldest part of that
Wash
thing.
down
It's
this
like
tasty
Yeah.
burger.
he
Yeah.
drank that man's entire Sprite.
No blink.
No,
no
just
breaking.
staring
Yeah.
directly at him.
Staring
Yeah,
into Brett's soul as he sips his
Yeah.
entire 32
he didn't.
ounce-
That isn't sipping. That is the legit definition of big gulp.
As cool and calm and collected as Jules is, everybody else, all the guys that were already in the apartment,
Starting to look
are
really
not.
worried. Yeah, really worried.
Brett tries to explain himself. He's talking about how things.
I got
things
your
went-
name, Vincent. What's it? My name's Pip, and you're not talking your ass out of it.
Yeah, so he's trying to explain it, and then Jules just pulls out his gun and shoots the dude on the couch.
Yeah.
And with the greatest cut to a close up ever,
Yeah.
with the greatest response to something, I think, "Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
Yeah.
Please go on.
Oh, you were
you're
finished. Well, allow me to retort."
Yeah.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What?
What?
No. What? Bring the
Flips
rip
the
the fucking
table.
table. It's like, what country are you from? What? I know.
What
I heard.
country I
Country I
never
heard
heard of?
They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying.
does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What? Bland.
No, he goes.
No, that's right, yeah.
He's
bald.
Bald.
Black.
Go on.
No, black.
Black.
He's bald. You go on.
Does he look like a bitch? What? Shoots him in the
Shoots
shoulder.
him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Does he look like a bitch?
No.
Then why are you trying to fuck him like a bitch,
bitch.
Brett?
We did. Yes,
Yes, you did, Brett.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
did.
You tried to fuck him. Marcellus Wallace
Wallace
doesn't like to be fucked by anybody except Mrs. Wallace.
Yeah.
We're just gonna say every line. For this.
Well, no, but again, okay, this movie. There's something about a movie being quotable,
Yeah.
but for extended quotes,
Oh, yeah,
which are
yeah.
just
Yeah.
whole chunks of dialogue,
Yeah.
does not happen
Right.
almost ever.
Right.
That's this movie.
So then
Right.
Jules tells him he's got this. Ask him, does he read the Bible? Does he? And he's got this Bible verse memorized.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 25:17, which is not actually
Accurate.
Accurate.
Yeah.
This is actually from. So this is another thing that for those unfamiliar with Quentin Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino likes to pull pieces
From other movies. Yeah.
because he grew up in a like right next door to a movie store,
And then he worked in a
movies-
movie store
and
for a
worked in a
while.
movie store. So he's like watched so many fucking movies.
Yeah.
And he pulls. Sometimes he just wholly lifts, but great artists steal and all that. But this is from a Sonny Chiba movie. It's like the beginning crawl of a Sonny Chiba movie. But this is not actually what, if you look up Ezekiel 25:17, it does not say this.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the entire quote, but he says it.
Okay, so I have to try now.
The
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset upon all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he truly is his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I those who attempt to God damn it! That one fucking line in the middle where it's like,
and I will strike down
with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother, and you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. And then just a cacophony of guns.
Jules and Vincent.
For some reason, I thought that poison and destroy came before that line. It's like, okay.
Then it cuts.
We also left out one important part where they tell Vincent where
Flock of Seagulls tells where the
suitcase is.
Yeah.
It's in the cupboard.
It's in
the one by
cupboard,
your knees.
and he opens it up, and we never see what's in the suitcase, but
this golden orange light.
A light shines up, and we also see the combination to the suitcase is 666.
Yeah,
that's why
Are we happy?
One of the prevailing theories is that this is actually Marcellus Wallace's soul,
right?
Because you see him with a bandage on the back of his neck later on.
Yeah.
Then we actually cut to Bruce Willis, who is Butch.
Yes.
At a bar, and somebody's talking to him, and we don't see who this person is, and he's telling Butch that he's got to throw a fight because he's a boxer.
How many fights you got left in you anyway, Butch?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Take this fall, and you'll live the rest of your life in happiness.
Yeah. Now on the day of the fight, you might feel a slight sting in the back of your head.
That's pride trying to fuck with you.
With you. So yeah, he hands off money to Butch, and he goes to sit down at the bar. And then Jules and Vincent walk in looking like some fucking dweebs.
Yep.
They go and hand the briefcase off. We learned this is Marcellus Wallace, but we never see him until later on in the movie, which I think is very effective.
Right.
We just see the back of his head.
Right.
Then we cut to Vincent buying heroin.
Yep. From Eric
Stoltz.
Yeah.
And Patricia Arquette is also there.
It's he buys some really good shit. He shoots up. And
I specifically love the line where he's talking about everyone said cocaine is where it is. No, heroin's making a comeback.
Yeah.
And that will be very important. Very soon.
There's all this is like foreshadowing and Chekhov's guns everywhere. And again, we have like a very casual conversation. Eric Stoltz is like measuring out the dope, and he's having a conversation. He's like, "Hey man, how you been?" He's like, "Oh man, like my car got keyed after being in a garage for 3 years. I take it after 5 days. My car got keyed. If I could just pay to catch them up."
Is like, they should just kill that dude, execute him right there on the streets. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
I ran out of balloons. Is a baggie all right?
Yeah.
There's two passing things that he says is he's like you want to hang out? Trina doesn't have a boyfriend. He's like, Trina, is that the chick with all the shit in her face? He's like, no, that's my wife.
That's Jody. Jody's my wife.
He goes, oh man, I'm sorry. Mind if I shoot up here?
Yeah.
Mi casa su casa.
Yeah, and then the shoot up scene is damn near a sex scene.
Right.
Real quick, because Ethan mentioned the line. I love the line about I ran out of balloons. Can I get a baggie? Because that just seems, again, the dialogue here it's weird shit, but it's like it's so day to day for these people, and it's done so well.
He goes up to the Wallace estate.
Yeah.
To get Mrs. Wallace.
Gets let in. She tells him over the intercom. This is where we get the famous John Travolta looking left and right.
Yes.
Because
was this Son of a Preacher Man?
Yeah, Son of a Preacher Man is what she's playing while she was like, go on and make yourself a drink by the bar. I'll be out in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see her lips. Then we see her feet. She's walking barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We
she,
see the underneath
and then
of
she
her
turns
feet.
her dirty soul up just for one person, Quentin Tarantino. This is
Yeah.
for only
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
Well, she also does
Quentin Tarantino invented the art of foot gooning.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Mastered it in From Dusk Till
Yeah.
Dawn.
Oh yeah, 100%. Put your whole foot in my mouth.
No, fucking Jedi mastered it.
Yeah.
Put your whole foot in my mouth.
Yeah. If I'm gonna write a movie that has Salma Hayek in it, yeah, maybe I
like
wanted
also.
to put her foot
I
in
like
my mouth.
also that during this scene, John Travolta's character Vincent
I
Vega.
wish he wasn't talking so I could clip that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
Vincent Vega is so high he doesn't know how to operate an intercom.
No, he is thrown for a loop.
Yeah.
Because this house has an intercom.
Yeah.
Then they cut to pulling up to the establishment that they're going into, and this is where we see this is Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
This is the first time I think most people have ever
Right.
seen Uma Thurman.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of becomes his like go-to person.
He's like, "What is this place?" And she goes, "It's Jackrabbit Slim's."
Mm-hmm.
And he, well, I want to go get a steak.
Yeah.
We can get a steak here, Daddy-O. And then she's supposed to do a square, but it comes out as a rectangle.
Yeah, she says, "Don't be," and then she draws
Rectangle.
a rectangle,
Yeah.
and lines come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, when I got the special edition of Pulp Fiction, it came with a mini Jackrabbit Slim
Slim
Oh,
menu.
nice.
It's great.
so I could look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go into Jackrabbit Slim's. There's like bikers cutting circles outside, but we get in and like all the waiters are like dressed, and all the
I
waiters
love
and
the
maitre
people
d'.
racing slot cars.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
slot car race. This
Yeah.
looks like a fucking awesome place. They actually seat them in a car.
Well, we have Ed Sullivan like be
Yeah.
the host.
Yeah,
which
Ed
is great.
Sullivan. Man, the older this movie gets, the more distant these references get.
Right, for sure.
But yeah, so like we see there's
You
a
have
Marilyn
Marilyn Monroe
there's a Marilyn
serving.
Monroe serving.
Who was it? What? Because it wasn't Jane Mansfield. Because he mentioned because
was
Jane
Minnie
Mansfield,
Van Dorn.
Minnie Van Dorn. Yeah, there you go.
Steve Buscemi
Steve
plays
Buscemi playing Buddy Holly,
Yeah.
And
the
I
waiter.
love that because he's the only person in there that isn't like totally buying in on the.
He
on
is
the
so
thing.
over being.
He's like, he's so over being Buddy Holly
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the whole time. Yeah.
This is where they get the famous $5 milkshake. Mia orders, which is
bourbon in it.
which is laughable now. I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. No, but
Like
what?
I'm certain you watching it, Ethan was like, "Well, that's not even that expensive
He's
for
like,
a milkshake."
that's milk and ice cream, right?
Yeah. Well, no, and the thing is, no, it's not
Yeah.
because they ask for. Do you want it? Lewis,
and Andy-
Lewis and
Yeah.
Lewis and Martin or Amos and
Yeah.
Andy goes
Yeah.
Lewis and Martin, which means it's an alcoholic
yeah.
beverage.
But yeah.
Well, it's the difference between a vanilla and a chocolate
She also
milkshake.
orders
Was
her
it?
burger.
I thought
Yes.
that was. See,
No.
I took that to mean like because Dean Martin. It's like no, loaded up with
No,
fucking
it's
alcohol.
vanilla and
Okay.
chocolate.
My God, see, and I thought Amos named more for children. Okay,
No.
Wow, I missed a racial reference.
Yeah, you did.
In this movie, damn.
Yeah.
They have
No,
a conversation.
No. That's because all the other racial references are blunt,
They're coming.
this is true.
like a ball peen
They've also
hammer.
happened as well.
Yeah.
They have some like this conversation that starts is like very awkward.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
super awkward.
because like
They
the
also
whole time,
acknowledge it.
the whole time building up with Jules and Vincent, and then also when Vincent is talking to the bartender,
Yeah.
everybody's giving him shit because he's taking out the boss's
Daughter,
wife. And everybody is on edge because they know like Marcellus Wallace will throw you out off of a
Right.
balcony for touching the woman's feet.
Right.
So like he is constantly like, hey, look, I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm gonna take her out. I'm gonna laugh at her jokes. I'm gonna have a good time, and we're gonna go the fuck home, and that's gonna be it. And that's gonna happen.
And then he gets so bold as to tell her the story about Tony Rocky Horror.
Yeah. That's after so they have like this awkward silence. She tells him about, oh, I was in this pilot where we were like the Fox Force 5. And then she goes to powder her nose,
literally.
very literally.
Told him to think
Powdering without and within.
Yeah.
Told Vincent to think of a topic to talk
it's
about.
funny that she says that though, because ironically, before that, she says that like when people know each other so well is where they don't have to say anything, and then she goes, "I'm going to go to the bathroom. When I come back, think of something to say."
She also when she because it just shows like women in the mirror, and then she pops up sniffing and rubbing her nose,
and she said, "God damn."
Yeah, that's a Pusherman reference. Yeah. Fuck, what's the band? Jesus Christ. They also did I can't remember the other fucking song. Jesus Christ.
I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. They had those two songs, and that was
yeah. Don't push me because I'm close to the
no, that's Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, they come back. She comes back. The food. That's when he talks. He asks her about
Grandmaster Flash in the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah. He asks her about
he tells her the story of God, I'm already blanking on the name.
Tony Rocky Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
saying like this is what.
Do you know what happened?
Saying.
Do you know what happened? Oh, he fell off a balcony. Well, that's one way to say it. Another way is he was thrown off a balcony. Another way to say it is he was thrown off of a balcony by Marcellus Wallace. And even another way to say it is he was thrown off of a balcony by Marcellus Wallace because of you. And she tells him like, no, I only ever touched Tony one time, and that was at my wedding when he shook my hand.
Yeah. But then she does admit that Marcellus was the one that was like, the truth is nobody really knows why.
Yeah, Marcellus Wallace.
The only two people that know why is between Marcellus and Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then they have the
then they go into the twist off.
They have the twist off.
She goes, I want to dance. Like, I want to win this trophy.
I want to win this trophy. So they start twisting. Takes off her shoes again.
Yep.
And they do some dancing. I want to say
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry. Yeah, it was Chuck Berry. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I can't remember if this was if the dancing that they did was improvised or not. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
I want to say I'd read that, but that's not one that sticks in my memory.
I just know that the hand gestures were like mimicked forever by people who had seen the movie.
It to be honest, like some of the stuff that they do, I think might be taken from other movies.
Probably,
like, especially some of like the hand movements. If I'm not mistaken.
For sure. Well, spoilers, they win the trophy.
Yeah, they win the trophy. It cuts to them. They're at Mia's home.
Improvised.
It was improvised.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. I do still want to say like some of the hand movements
of it was
were
probably
taken from.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a montage of like here's a Tarantino scene. Here's a Tarantino movie. Here's a Tarantino clip. Here's the clip that's from. But they return home. She's wearing Vincent's overcoat.
Right.
And he's like, hey, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have to take a piss. She goes, that's more information than I needed to know. She hits the tape player, and we get a cover of Neil Diamond's Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon by a shitty alternative band that I cannot remember the name of at the time.
She is at the MTV Movie Awards that came on after this, or that came after this.
Yeah.
The cover was done by the Ramones.
Oh, well, that would have been a better cover.
That's interesting.
But
she is absolutely dancing.
She's dancing for a little bit while he's in the bathroom having a conversation about he's going to go home and jerk off.
He's
and
like, hey,
giving himself a pep talk.
You're gonna have one drink, finish it up, not too fast. Don't want to be rude. Then you're gonna say thank you. You're gonna leave. You're gonna go home. You're gonna jerk off, and you're gonna go sleep. And while she's doing this, she
sits down.
She's fooling around in his pockets for his lighter because she lights up a cigarette, and then she sees, oh, here's a baggie of white stuff. This has to be cocaine.
Here's because what it can't possibly be heroin.
No, who would leave a bag of heroin in the
Heron's in a
heron. It's the boy and the heron. If the movie had been the boy and the heroin, it would have been a way creepier Hayao Miyazaki.
Not only is it heroin, but as Eric Stoltz says, it's the good stuff.
Yeah, he gets the best stuff.
This is from my own personal stash, he says.
Heroin is in a balloon, not in a baggie. This is cocaine.
This is give me some of that madman.
Yeah, she immediately ODs.
It does a whole line of heroin.
Yeah, and that is harrowing to watch.
And
when the blood is right there, and it's like, oh, this
When
is
she
happening
starts,
real
like,
quick.
rubbing her nose.
And then it cuts to apparently he was in there a really long time psyching himself up.
Yeah.
Because she has like spit and just snot all over her face.
And he's already got his conversation prepared. Because you hear him come out of the bathroom. He's like, Mia, actually, I think I'm gonna. Oh no, you dumb bitch!
Oh fuck! So he's driving, swerving all over the place. Then he gets on his cellular phone and calls his drug dealer and is like, "Hey, I have to come over. I got a bitch ODing on me." And he was like, "Wait, what are you? Are you on a cell phone?
Don't
prank
come
call,
here."
Prank call.
He's like, don't bring that hooped up bitch to my house. And then you hear him hit the fucking
You
house
gotta
with
take
the
her
car.
to a hospital.
You gotta go to the hospital
Bite the
and get
bullet
a lawyer.
and take her to the hospital. Yep.
He is like, "Look, this is Marcellus. You know who Marcellus Wallace is? This is his wife.
Well,
And I am not afraid to tell him that you refuse to help.
If she doesn't make it, I'm a grease stain, man."
he drives into the house before this conversation happens.
He drives into like the next door house. He doesn't even drive into Eric Stoltz's house. So they get her inside.
I like the connotation of that statement. He doesn't even drive into Eric Stoltz's house, but like they filmed it at Eric Stoltz's place. It was like
I don't know Eric Stoltz's character's
They're
name.
bringing her in, and Patricia Arquette's like, "What the fuck's going on?
Take her to a hospital. Why is she here?
Don't let that bitch die in
Get
this
that
house."
bitch out of my house.
So they have to find a
adrenaline needle.
adrenaline needle.
Well, they don't have to find the needles in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
He's like, "I need my little medical book." She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah. She's like pissed off initially, but then she's just kind of a little bit annoyed and like very nonchalant about things.
This is probably this whole part of this scene is the most anxiety driven part in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
This is by far the tensest
This is
of the entire.
Specifically, one moment is the tensest part of this entire movie.
So they get the adrenaline with this like
Long ass
7-8 inch
needle.
long needle.
Yeah, that like
Well,
They
you
have-
got to get through the breastplate.
Yeah,
though.
you gotta get through the breastplate. He gets a felt tip pin and like marks where her heart is. And he was like, you gotta make it's really, you got the breastbone there, so you gotta make a stabbing. So you gotta make a stabbing.
So we
it's
gotta stab her three
I gotta
times?
Stab her 3 times. No, you just stab her once.
yeah, going 3.
And then hit
Yeah.
the plunger.
Yeah, and it's 1, 2, 3, and
Poke.
Well, no, wait a minute. It's not. First of all, just a few things. One, that dot is not drawn perfectly, which means it's drawn perfectly. Like it's not like a fucking. Second thing is 1, 2, and we hold for a bit.
Well, we see the drip from the syringe.
The
drip from the syringe.
It goes to everybody.
Patricia Arquette is happy as fuck.
Yeah,
this is the most excitement she's ever had in her life.
Yeah.
They filmed this by actually doing it. It happens in reverse. Like they had the thing in, and he pulls it out.
Oh, okay.
And that's how they were able to get this. Because otherwise,
On target.
Otherwise, Uma Thurman dies.
how the fuck do you get this shot? So he stabs her. You're boom, and then she immediately wakes up and starts really freaking out.
And she looks down, and there's a fucking syringe in her chest.
And she goes. He says, "Well, say something."
Something. Yeah.
And then Patricia Arquette's go,
Wild.
Yeah.
wild.
Then it cuts to them driving home, and they both, whoo, man.
She is pale.
Yeah.
Well, her eyes are fucking bloodshot.
Well, she was hanging out with the Grim Reaper for like half an hour.
Yeah, she was gone. And he doesn't go inside now, but they stop like right outside the door. And he's like, "Hey, can we just not tell anybody about this?" And she's like, "Well, I'd be in as much trouble as you.
I
so I'm
doubt
not
that."
telling anybody." He's like,
I
"Yeah,
can
I
keep a
seriously
secret.
doubt
Yeah,
that." And she had revealed earlier that like her part in her character
In
was
the
supposed to like tell a
pilots.
joke every
Right.
episode, but they only did the pilot, so she only knew the one. And he would never she would never tell him, so she tells him the joke.
Well, she's like, "Would you like to hear the joke?" He's like, "I don't think I can handle."
I don't think I can
laughing
laugh right now. And
She's
he's
like,
"Well,
"You won't."
You're not gonna laugh."
Yeah,
And it's
I know the joke.
the tomato joke.
yeah, Daddy Tomato, Mama Tomato, and Baby Tomato are walking down the street. The Baby Tomato starts lagging behind.
the daddy tomato.
The Daddy Tomato goes over and squishes him and says, "Hey, catch up."
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that.
And now you know why the pilot wasn't picked up.
Yeah. The prevailing theory is that pretty much all of Tarantino's movies are connected, and the ones that really don't fit is Kill Bill, and that's because these were movies made in the world of Quentin Tarantino that starring Mia Wallace. Marcellus Wallace bankrolled it, and it was just like he took pieces of the pie.
I got you. Nice.
Yeah. Then we cut to what I think is quite possibly the best scene of the movie.
You have a lot of choices.
A young Butch, and he meets with Christopher Walken's character. This is one of Christopher Walken's best performances ever.
Yeah.
If not, this is the best.
He plays it 100% straight.
And he tells him the story of
his grandfather.
Of his watch. We learned that Butch's father died in the Vietnam War, and he was his buddy.
Well, his watch was also his grandfather's watch.
The watch was his grandfather's.
Yeah.
Well, his great grandfather's bought it in before World War One.
Yeah.
Then his grandfather wore it during World War II.
Died during the war.
Was going to die on one of the Japanese islands.
Yeah.
And got it back home
somehow.
Then his dad wore it during the Vietnam War, but was shot down and was taken to a POW camp.
Yeah.
And he hit it up his ass for 5 years.
So he hit it the one place he could. Up his ass.
Up his ass.
For 5 years.
5 long years. He died of dysentery. Yeah.
Then I had this uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass for 2 years.
Yeah. Why did that become your Southern gentleman?
It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we...
and I'm giving it to you.
Yeah.
And as soon as he hands to him, then boom, we're back in
he wakes up
day.
in
adult Butch wearing boxing gloves and boxing robe.
Yeah.
Boxing attire.
Going out. And then we hear we never see the fight, but we hear that Butch has killed the guy. Oh, and he's run away.
He's killed the guy in the 5th round that he was supposed to leave.
Yeah, so the taxi that's waiting for him is listening to the fight on the radio, and that's where we get all this exposition from.
We see Butch jump out of
like a 2-story window into a garbage can.
Yeah,
and hops out of the dumpster, gets into the taxi. They say drive, and they haul ass.
Yeah,
she's having a conversation with him as he's taking his gear off and throwing it out the window.
Yeah, ask him what it's like to kill a man. He was like, "Well, I didn't know I killed him until you just said something."
Me.
Right.
Yeah. Then we see
he pulls up to a phone booth and talks to his bookie about like the bet, because he bet on himself, of course.
Yeah. He basically double crossed
Marcellus Wallace. Yeah, very important.
A good line here is she asked him what his name means, and he says, "I'm American, honey. Our names don't mean shit." Which
saying that by tomorrow they're gonna be in Knoxville, living in Tennessee time.
Yeah.
Right.
Goes back to his it's
hotel.
a hotel.
A hotel.
Hotel. We meet Fabiana.
Yeah, she talks about wanting to have a potbelly. That conversation happens, and then
she's the character I like the least.
Yeah, I think most people kind of feel that way.
She felt the most out of place.
Yeah,
you need someone like that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You need some, because you have all of these like
over the top,
and typically always have the wit to handle the situation that is in front of them.
She is a character that is not cool.
Yeah.
She is like really the only character in this entire movie.
She's very fragile.
Cool.
She's very fragile.
Bar a couple of people we're going to meet soon.
Yes.
It's the morning. They're like, okay, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's my watch? I put your watch in there. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I can't find it. And he freaks the absolute
He starts throwing shit.
out.
She gets really scared and upset. Obviously.
But that's the importance of that previous scene with Christopher Walken.
Because the watch
we understand
has
the importance of it tells you the importance of the watch. So everything that he does makes sense. It's not good because he freaks this girl the fuck out.
Yeah.
But
like throwing furniture all over the place, throwing the clothes.
Watching this, I was like, oh man, in like 5 years, he's gonna like murder her and then shoot himself. Like he has problems. But yeah, he freaks the fuck out. scares the shit out of Fabiana and decides like, okay, I have to go get this watch. I can't not have this watch. This is the one thing. He's like, you could have burned all this other stuff, but I wanted this watch.
Tells her to go have breakfast without me. Enjoy the blueberry.
Yeah,
pancakes.
have blueberry pancakes.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'm taking a Honda.
Yeah, he sneaks back into his apartment and is like, "Hey, this is pretty easy. This is cool."
Yeah. Oh,
He
nobody's here. I'm gonna make some Pop-Tarts.
I am wanted by a person who will murder me in the worst way possible, but I'm gonna make some Pop-Tarts. And while he's making Pop-Tarts, oh, is that a Mac 10?
That's not mine.
That's not mine. A Mac 10 with a silencer.
Picks it up.
A suppressor bigger than the gun itself.
Yeah,
Right.
So he picks it up and then opens the door.
No, flush.
The toilet flushes.
Flushing. Door opens. It's Vincent Vega.
They're having this awkward stare down in their kitchen.
The
with
Pop-Tarts
Butch.
go off and he blows him away.
Yeah, I can't remember if there's a pause before or after the sequence where they're in the car with Marvin again. Like, have we skipped that?
No, that's coming up after
Is
this.
it, does it
No,
come?
I wrote because
Okay.
it's confusing. So I wrote.
I got
the,
you.
The main reason I wrote down was so I get the order.
Got you. I got
perfectly
you.
correct.
I got you.
Because some of the little things it's harder to remember.
Yeah. That was I was talking about this movie with Jay in the car on the way up here, and we're talking about like would the sequences like confuse, like were you confused by the sequences because you didn't expect
a little bit.
especially when you see Vincent Vega die and then the next scene he's not dead.
Yeah.
Right. So when I saw this movie in the theater in 1994, when that happened.
Yeah.
And they went to the next scene with him in it. People were like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, it was very confusing for most people. I know when I
At the
first watched
time,
it was
the
very
first
it was
time,
very
for sure.
confusing, and it was also because like at that time, not many movies did
had
that.
done not
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 many
to that
movies.
extent
Not
anyway.
many American
Not many
movies.
American
Not to that
movies
extent.
played with time like
Yeah.
that.
See, I think with the advent of Christopher Nolan,
Christopher Nolan's a big one.
Out of time sequencing has made people a little bit more aware of it. That's one of the reasons why, because I think of this now. I didn't think of it.
Sure.
I think that's why I was not worried about him being confused by
Well,
it. Because
that- again-
we're more
Yeah.
we're more attuned to it now.
Yeah.
1994.
Right,
yeah,
right.
where's
Yeah.
this fucking
Ethan
coming
had,
from?
but I mean, on the other side of it, just
Not knowing that it's out of time. it can also be.
Ethan hasn't seen Memento. Like he doesn't, like until that movie came out until later, that wasn't like a more common practice.
Now I see this. I'm like, oh, they killed a main character. I wonder how this is gonna progress.
Sure.
Hang on, main character's back.
Yeah.
This is out of sequence.
Yeah.
This is a sequence.
You have to,
Except
later on, that's why they were wearing those
right,
things.
right. You start putting it together.
But yeah, he blows them away and then he drives away really high. Like he's happy. He's like, hey, I got away. Singing, counting flowers on the wall.
Flowers on the wall.
No one's chasing me. The coast is clear.
I am clear. He stops at a stoplight and walking across. This is a scene from I don't remember what. I think it's like a French movie.
Right.
No, it's Psycho. This is straight from Psycho.
Right.
Where and he walks across.
Yeah.
It's Marcellus
Yeah.
Wallace.
And you go, motherfucker.
That you motherfucker
Punches
mows him
it.
down. Then immediately crashes. Another car hits him as he runs the red light. He's out. We cut to Marcellus Wallace getting up and very, very disoriented. Kathy Griffin says, "Hey, I will testify that I saw the whole thing. That guy ran and hit you. He ran that red light.
He's a crazy man.
He's a crazy man. He's drunk."
Marcellus Wallace pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis has somebody has gotten him ice or something.
Right.
He's holding it to his face, blood all down his face.
She gets shot immediately.
She gets shot in the leg.
Lady gets shot. Then he goes running.
Butch is running for his life.
This is where Paul Greengrass learned about shaky cam.
Yeah.
But
this is one thing that really hit me this time is it cuts to a handheld cam, as opposed to like a steady cam, which has been used the whole other time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is perfect to put you in the brain and the senses of people. One who's just been run over by a car, and the other one who has just been in a car accident.
Right.
we get a really cool shot, which I think is also an homage shot from another movie where he like stops, where Butch stops at a corner and you see Marcellus Wallace coming from the distance and he shoots and then Butch runs off again. Runs into just the worst place that he could have.
Maynard's pawn shop.
Pawn shop.
Now, it is at this point, because Jody and I talked about this. We would like very much for Ethan to take this part of it over. So, Ethan, you've got this entire scene.
Explain
I got
everything that happens.
I got this up until the next sequence.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So,
Take us to the end of Butch's story.
gotcha.
You've earned it.
Oh, what an honor. So yeah, Butch runs into Maynard's pawn shop.
Maynard, I think.
Maynard's,
yes.
Maynard.
Censored.
I'm sorry. I might cut that.
Yeah.
He goes, "Welcome in. How can I help you?" Butch says, "Shut up." And then Marcellus Wallace walks in, and then Butch just like beats the ever-living shit out of him.
Yeah, he's a fucking boxer.
Yeah. Gets him on the ground and is like, "Hey, you feel that? That's pride."
Fucking with you. Like, you better kill me.
Yeah. Gets his gun and is about to shoot him. Maynard is like, pulls out a shotgun.
Marcellus Wallace is Bing Rames. I don't think we mentioned that.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
And another perfect stroke of casting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maynard pulls out a shotgun and says, don't you dare shoot him. Stand up, move, throw the gun, put your hands on the counter. Butch does it and immediately like cold cocks him in the face.
He says, "Ain't nobody killing anybody in this place except me or Zed."
Yeah. So Butch gets knocked out. Marcellus Wallace is like losing consciousness, and we hear Maynard get on the phone, dial somebody.
Yeah.
And then like fades to black.
Yeah.
We then wake up to Butch and Marcellus Wallace tied to chairs, wearing a
Ball
gags, and being sprayed with water by Maynard. Just trying to wake them up.
Out of what's like a
It's like
a poison sprayer almost.
It's like a.
It's like an Ecolab bug sprayer. Yeah.
Ecolab
Or like the people who bring in the heavy duty weed killer to like kill like the weeds that are made out
you
of.
can tell
like,
they're in like a basement.
Yeah.
Which is weird because there aren't basements usually in LA.
Again, to make it way weirder, like just up, like doubling up the weirdness.
Yeah.
And so now we see Zed.
Yeah.
Zed comes down, takes a look at Marcellus and Butch all confined.
Yeah.
Talks to Maynard saying like, "Is Grace outside?" Yeah, Grace is outside. She'll be all right. Where should we do this?
Well, he asks like, "Why are they all beat up?"
He said they did that to themselves.
Yeah. They said Maynard asked, "Where should we do this?" Not alluding to what.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do it in
somebody's old room.
Do it in the old room. Wake him up." Not refer. No idea.
No. Wake up the gimp.
Yeah, he says.
Does he say wake?
No,
up?
he says get the gimp.
Get the gimp. Yeah.
Get the gimp,
Well, he's sleeping.
Wake him up.
Wake him up.
Yeah. Maynard goes into a room behind Butch and Marcellus.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just
unlocks a trunk.
There's like 8 different locks on this thing.
Yeah.
It's like folding down the sides to reveal a cage. Opens up the cage, and a man in a gimp suit like hops out on a leash.
This is pretty much where the idea of a gimp suit comes from mostly. Like when most people
there are zippers everywhere.
Yeah, he's wearing a face mask with a zipper. Can't say anything.
Yeah.
On a leash.
Immediately goes over to Zed. And
kneels down beside him.
Maynard asks, who should we get first? And then Zed goes into eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
And eventually chooses Marcellus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Zed goes to eat, you are it. Points at Marcellus. Marcellus still gagged, goes, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah. They drag him to the back, close the door. Well, they hook up. They hook the
gimp.
The gimp's leash up to like a pole that's hanging overhead.
It's like a hook that's like
it's
drilled
something
into
they
the
have
ceiling.
to like lace it through.
Maynard drags Marcellus into the room.
Yeah.
And Zed goes in there afterwards,
Yeah.
closes the door,
And then you start hearing hooping and hollering.
and some grunting.
Yeah.
Some grunting.
Yes.
Yes.
The Gimp is just staring at Butch.
Yeah.
To which Butch promptly breaks the chair.
Yeah.
And
if you can't break the ropes, break the thing they're tied to.
Yeah.
Undoes his tying. The Gimp is just yelling like,
Yeah. Doesn't unzip his face mask or anything.
well, he has to keep it zipped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Butch knocks him out with one punch.
He just hangs there the whole time.
And he is getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
He gets upstairs. He grabs Zed's keys, gets to the door, and then he stops. He hears the grunting. He hears the yelling downstairs, and he's internally he's thinking Marcellus is in there.
Yeah.
So
well, fuck, I can't leave him to this shit.
Not to this shit.
Yeah.
Searches for something.
Yeah, we get a funny scene of him looking for a weapon.
He searches.
Picks up a bat or something.
Picks up a hammer.
Picks up a hammer.
The hammer like gives it like a test swing.
Yeah, this is good. And he sees a bat. Puts down a hammer. Picks up the bat. Gives it a good swing. So like, yeah, I see a chainsaw.
It's like a handheld chainsaw.
I'm like, yeah, this is gonna do it.
For reference, though, a chainsaw is a terrible weapon. It's gonna get caught, and you're only gonna be able to use it once.
Yeah.
He's about to go down, and then he stops
and sees a katana.
He sees the katana,
and he looks up at a katana.
Yeah.
He sees it hang hang above the doorway.
Yeah, on a display. Yeah.
It's a katana.
Per Quentin Tarantino himself, this is a Hattori Hanzo.
Of course, it's a Hattori Hanzo sword.
Katana. And he's like, yeah. Which is what any man does when he unsheaths the sword.
Yes.
I don't think any man has ever unsheathed the sword and not went, yeah. He doesn't actually say that, but you can tell it on his face. He is thinking.
No. He said it, but they cut it.
In editing. You can tell he's going, oh, hell yeah.
He even throws the sheath aside like he's cool.
Yeah.
Dual wields it.
Yeah. Double hands.
Double hands.
Yeah. Keep going.
Goes down the stairs. He's approaching the door with Wallace.
With all of them.
With all of them in it. Opens the door, doesn't bust it down or anything like that. And then we see Zed raping Marcellus.
Yeah. Guy has him bent over like a pommel horse or something.
Maynard is just watching.
Yeah.
Well, in slow motion.
Your embarrassment of saying that restores my faith in humanity.
He's not just watching. Sir.
No. I don't see anything else. He is watching. He is watching.
Oh, he's doing other things.
Hold on. We can qualify this again as gooning.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Butch does nothing. He just silently walks up behind.
Music
Maynard.
kicks in too, though.
Yeah.
Music kicks in. It's like everything slows down.
Yeah.
And then Maynard slowly turns around, and Butch goes and then slashes
him with the worst effect in the movie.
That's
somebody took red food coloring and drew a line on his shirt.
Yeah.
Maynard kind of does a pirouette
he turns around. This is from this is a big move in samurai movies because he looks forward and then just stabs
from behind
the sword backwards and kills Maynard.
Total Zatoichi move here.
Yeah.
Zed is at a pause and facing Butch, who has the sword at his face, and Butch is saying, "Go ahead, pick up the gun." Pick it up.
Yeah, you want to, don't you?
Every time he's inching, he's getting closer with the sword. Yeah. And then we just hear Marcellus say, "Butch, step aside." Steps aside, and Marcellus has the shotgun.
Yeah. Shoots
Zed in
the groin area.
Yeah.
To where he is in agonizing pain.
Yeah.
And does Marcellus tell Butch to get out of here?
Well, he said like Butch says like, what?
Well, at first he goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a damn sight far from okay. And he says like,
"What do we do?"
What
we
they
ain't no we.
Well, he goes like, what do we do? He's like, well, I'm about to get some. That we about to go to town with a blowtorch and some pliers on Mr. Rapist over here.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna call.
I'm gonna get medieval on your ass.
I'm gonna call some hard hitting motherfuckers or whatever.
Butch goes, no.
What about
you and I?
What do we do?
What about you and I? And he's like, there is no you and I. He tells him like, hey, you get the fuck out of here. You never come. You lost LA privileges.
Right. Yeah.
You leave tonight.
You leave tonight. You do not tell anybody about
what happened.
This is between you, me, and Mr.
And soon to be
dead rapist over here.
Yeah.
Butch promptly does so.
Yeah. He leaves.
Gets outside and still holding onto Zed's keys. He sees Grace.
Yeah.
A chopper.
Yep.
Promptly leaves, gets to the hotel with
Fabiana.
Tells her, come on, we're leaving now. Forget the clothes. We're leaving now.
We gotta go.
She
babe.
starts getting upset again.
She gets upset.
He's like, all right, he's got to calm her down
Did
again.
you have your pancakes? Well, they didn't have the pancakes that I wanted.
I had buttermilk. Oh, those are good.
Those are good.
We gotta go.
What about my Honda? I had to crash
I'm
the
sorry,
Honda.
baby. I had to wreck that. What's with this
where'd you get the
motorcycle?
motorcycle?
It's not a motorcycle,
It's a
honey. It's a
chopper.
chopper. Where did you get the chopper? It's Zed's. Who's Zed?
Zed's
dead, baby.
Zed's
Zed's dead.
And then they drive
off.
That's not the end of the movie, though.
No.
But we have reached the narrative end of the movie.
Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
This is
canonically.
this is
chronologically this is the last
thing seen in the movie.
Yeah.
But then we cut back to we're here, Jules talking about Ezekiel 25:17 again. But we hear in this from inside the bathroom where there is another person who is holding a very large gun.
Right.
Larger than him.
Yeah. And is freaking the fuck out. And then he hears them blow bread away, and then he busts open and just empties the I would say it's not a clip because it's a revolver, but he uses every single bullet on them. And
completely misses.
We cut to Vincent and Jules, and they're just like, they just look like, oh, we're not shot, and then they blow him away.
Yeah.
They look behind them though.
Yeah, and there are bullet holes all over the place.
Right.
Jules is freaking out. He's like, what the fuck? Did you see the size of that gun? It's bigger than him.
This is divine intervention.
This is divine intervention. And
you know what that means?
Vincent's like, this wasn't no divine intervention. It's just chance. What the fuck are you talking about?
Chance.
Yeah. Did you see this shit? So they leave. They get Marvin. Marvin was their inside man.
Well, they leave because of like, we need to have this philosophical conversation somewhere else because the cops are coming.
Yeah. So Marvin's in the back. Jules is driving.
Vincent turns around to like,
Vincent, well, hold on. They're
Slow
talking
down.
about it, and he's like, man, if you want to play the blind man, go walk with the shepherd.
Yeah.
But me, my eyes are wide open. And Vincent's like, that doesn't mean anything.
What do you think, Marvin?
What do you think, Marvin? He turns around, points the gun at Marvin, hand on his trigger. Shitty trigger discipline,
Yeah,
Vincent.
for sure.
And then all of a sudden, boom. Red covers the back window. Wait, what the hell, man? Man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. The gun just went off. You must have hit a bump or something. I didn't hit no bump or nothing.
They start freaking out. They got like a blood-soaked fucking sedan.
We got this section is called the Bonnie situation.
Yeah.
By the way, he's like, "What the fuck, man? We got to get this off the road."
Oh, I think I shot Marvin in the face.
They got shot Marvin in the face.
This is the hills. Marcellus Wallace ain't got no people up here. Let me call my homeboy. He lives right over right up the hill.
Jimmy, this is Jules.
We got a situation, man. So they it cuts to Jimmy's house where an incredibly
and Jimmy's kitchen.
a blood-soaked Vincent and Jules are drinking coffee
with Quentin Tarantino.
with Jimmy played by Quentin Tarantino. Man, this is some really good coffee. This is some gourmet shit, man.
Cut the shit, Jules. I buy the gourmet shit because I like the taste of it, but I don't give a fuck about my coffee. And then he has one of the best lines in the movie, but I don't. None of us can say.
Yeah.
But it's like let me say this. If you had that situation drive up to your house, there may be some clearance for using that word in that regard. Yeah. So yeah, it's like,
and he says like, "Hey, my wife Bonnie comes home in like
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
At 9:30 a.m.
And if she finds any of this, I'm gonna get divorced.
Not married, not separated while married, full on divorced.
No marriage counseling." So he's like, "Okay, let me make some calls." So Jules calls Marcellus. Marcellus is by the pool lounging
with Mia.
With Mia.
Yeah.
He looks like he's having a good time.
hasn't been raped yet.
Yeah, hasn't been raped yet.
Wife hasn't OD'd yet.
This is before all that.
Yeah. There was a scene in the Butch thing where we cut to Marcellus Wallace and Vincent's actually there, and he opens the door, and Mia's the one who opens the door and is like, "Oh, I never thanked you for last night."
Yeah.
She cleaned up well.
Yeah.
That's what another good line is. If this motherfucker's in Indochina, I want somebody popping out of a grain of rice, a bowl of rice, ready to pop him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jules is like, "Hey, we need some help here," and he's like, "Well, calm down, man. You calm down. All I want to hear is be cool.
I'm on it.
I'm on it,
and I'm
on the
someone.
motherfuckers." And he's like, "Be cool. I'm on it. I'm sending the wolf."
You're like,
the wolf.
You're sending the wolf.
Shit, that's all you had to say.
So we cut to a dinner party.
Yeah, we cut. Well, I always thought it was a funeral or something.
Something like that.
It's very hard to tell what it is.
That's true.
But we see
somebody,
Winston Wolfe.
Yeah.
On the phone making notes.
Which one's the smart one or something like that?
Yeah, he does like Vincent's.
What time does the wife get home?
9:30.
How long does it take to get there? 30 minutes.
I'll be there in 10.
Cut to 9 minutes 30 seconds later. Yeah. He's flying down that street.
Big ass white Cadillac.
Acura.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have known it, but he says later on.
It's an Acura.
Be careful with my Acura. So yeah, we walk in. This is Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Who was in Reservoir Dogs.
Mr. Black.
White.
Mr. White.
Yeah, he walks in and is like, "Hey, we got the Bonnie situation. We got, you listen to me. We'll have this all done." And Vincent decides he wants to pick now when he's covered in brains to be an asshole.
Right.
A please would be nice.
You can, yeah.
Listen, I talk fast to act fast. We have a situation. If you, by all means, man, I could just leave, and you got to deal with this shit. He's like, "Well, hold on, calm down."
So pretty please with sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.
Clean the fucking car. Yeah, he tells him that, "Hey, you got to clean the car, scoop up everything,
pieces of brain,
all that. We gotta get some linens.
Put some linens on.
Linens on it. Then we got Jules and Vincent cleaning out the car.
Jules is
like giving the shit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, why am I in the back scooping up the brains? You should be back here.
Move over.
Jules, I'm a race car, and I can only take so much. And right now I'm in the red.
I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
Matter of fact, why am I back here? You get back here.
This time, also during this time, Harvey Keitel and Tarantino are having a conversation about linens.
One of the most baller moves that he does is like he pulls out a cigarette, he pulls out his lighter, and then he has the cigarette in his mouth and he goes, "May I?" Oh, sure, go ahead, smoke in my house.
You know, Mr. Wolf, these linens were given to me by my aunt and uncle, and they're no longer with us.
Yeah. oh, were your aunt and uncle millionaires? Well, your uncle Wallace, Marcellus Wallace, is a millionaire, and he will be glad to pay you for your troubles.
Are you an oak man?
I've always liked oak. He pulls out a wad of fucking cash and just
what do you like
$10,000,
$15,000, maybe 20.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah.
They get back to the car and it is like the seats are covered in linen.
Yeah, Jamie's like I don't even. This doesn't even look like the same car.
Let's not start sucking our own dicks right now.
Yeah, we're not. We gotta get you two cleaned up. So they stripped them down, spray them off.
Toss them a bar of
like,
soap.
I'm sure you boys have been to county before.
Hosing them down with the water hose.
Yeah. Get my hair, man. Get my hair.
That's cold.
Gives them the dorky clothes that we see earlier.
Yeah, I think John Travolta was wearing a Santa Cruz t-shirt.
Santa Cruz banana slugs.
Yeah.
I think this was the thing that like popularized that particular college.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jimmy, well,
what these two look like?
Couple of dorks.
Couple of dorks. Ha ha, motherfucker! These are your clothes. He tells them like Wolf tells them like, hey, we gotta drive to this place. They're friends. We're gonna ditch the car. You drive behind me. I drive fast. Keep up.
Be careful, my Acura.
Be careful. If we get pulled over by a cop, don't do anything until I tell you to. And he goes, what are my instructions? Don't do anything unless you do it first. Yeah. So they get to the junkyard.
Like the car is being scrapped.
Julia Sweeney.
Yeah. With a quick cameo here.
Yeah.
She is the daughter of the person who owns the junkyard.
Soon to be inheriting it.
Yeah, soon to be inheriting it.
She gives Harvey Keitel shit, which is funny.
Very funny. And he's like, we're going to get breakfast, guys. Can I drop y'all off by where you live? And he's like, where you live? Inglewood.
Nah.
I can't remember where John Travolta said
it was just too far, yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing a cab. Move out the sticks, boys. Which nowadays that probably isn't even.
Well,
the sticks
also the right
LA.
right here, there's this part in this scene where Travolta, Vincent Vega apologizes for his attitude.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it was a really pleasure to see you work.
Yeah,
but the funny thing is, he didn't do very much. He just made them do all this shit.
But he planned it all, and he's telling Julia Sweeney's character like, see, that's respect.
Yeah. She's like, I respect you. Yeah.
Please call me Winston.
But they're like, yeah, we can get something to eat. So they go to a diner.
To the diner.
And
they're
Jules
having a conversation.
They're having a conversation. Yeah. Jules is like, yeah, I'm done. I'm retiring after this. I'm gonna go walk the earth like Kang.
You mean be a bum?
You mean be a bum?
They have a name for those people, Jules. They're called bums.
Have no job asking people for money. They call that a bum.
Vincent goes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and take a shit. Because he always likes telling you exactly what he's doing. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Well, they also have the conversation about Jules says, I don't eat pork.
Right.
As a filthy animal.
Swine are filthy.
Yeah. They walk
ham, but ham is good. Bacon is good.
Yeah.
Would you eat a dog? No, dogs a filthy animal.
Right.
But dogs got character, and that goes a lot.
Yeah. There's at this point in this movie, the beginning is the end.
Yeah.
And you overhear, all right, you motherfuckers.
Everybody be cool. This is a robbery.
If any one of you move, I'll shoot the last one of you.
I'll execute all of you.
Yeah. So they're all so now Pumpkin and Honey Bunny have entered the scene.
Yeah.
And they're getting all the wallets and they're getting all the people from the back and they're putting everybody on the ground. We got the manager comes out, is like, don't nobody make a scene. We got a fucking hero here. Well, just execute him. I am no hero. Yeah, so they start rounding up wallets and everything. Pumpkin goes to the register, gets all that shit. They get to Jules, and he holds up his wallet, which is much fatter than when he gets it back out.
Yeah,
it's very funny because it is not a wallet that you want to sit on when he's holding it up.
Right,
but Pumpkin's like, hey, what's in the briefcase there? He's like, oh, it's my boss's dirty laundry. Your boss makes you do your dirty laundry? That's pretty shitty. It's like, funny, I was just thinking, that's a shit job. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, open it. Let me see what's in it.
I'm afraid
I can't do that. So he says, hey, I'm going to count to 3. And if you're going to open that, he's like, I hate to burst your bubble, but this ain't the first time I've had a gun in my face.
Right.
Counts 3, 1, 2.
All right, you got
All
it.
right, you got me.
Yeah.
Opens it up, light shining in his face. Is that what I think it is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jules grabs his gun, points his gun at Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Which causes
Honey Bunny to jump on the table, jump on the bar, and is like
you
freaking out.
Motherfucker, I'll shoot you.
Tell her to be cool. Say, bitch, be cool.
Tell that bitch to fucking chill.
Tell that bitch to chill. Say, bitch, be cool. Say it, bitch, be cool. Bitch, be cool.
We're all gonna be like 3 little Fonzies.
Yeah. And what's Fonzie? He's cool.
Fonzie's cool.
Cool. All right. When I'm gonna count to 3, and you're gonna let go of your gun,
Real easy, like.
and put your hands on the table.
Real slow.
And he tells them, like, normally I would have just killed you people, but you caught me in a transitional phase, so I'm gonna try and teach you.
Mm-hmm.
And he recites his Bible
quote.
His Bible quote again.
Yeah. I used to think that was just some cool, cold-blooded shit to say before I killed or pop a cap in somebody.
Mm-hmm. If ever you heard that was your ass.
Mm-hmm.
But now
during
it has
this
a
time,
new meaning.
During this time, Vincent comes in, points the gun at Honey Bunny. She freaks out again. He was like, chill, bitch. Then he says, I've been thinking about it, but I've been thinking about it lately, and it could mean that you're the tyranny of evil men, and Mr. 9mm here is the shepherd, which that is not a 9mm gun, but it fits. I was just thinking that. I was like, that is absolutely a 45, sir.
Right.
But whatever. He's like, but what I really think is, I'm the tyranny of evil men, but I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. He says some other things, but I can't remember everything.
There's a lot. He's
like, go into that wallet, pull out,
find
my wallet. It's the one that says bad motherfucker on it. And it
It's the
does
wallet
say,
that says bad motherfucker.
take the money out, count it. That's about $1,500. With that and the rest of the wallets, that's a pretty good haul, huh?
Jules, I swear to God, if you let that motherfucker. Yeah.
Well,
no, he doesn't even scream. $1,500. I'm gonna shoot them on principle.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do a goddamn thing, Vincent. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And he gives him the money and lets
Well,
him
he's
go.
like, I'm buying something.
I'm not giving him this money.
Yeah.
I'm buying something.
Yeah.
I'm giving him this money so I don't have to kill his ass.
Yeah, I'm buying something for my money.
I'm buying his life.
I'm buying your life, Rico, because he calls him Rico for some reason.
He calls him like 3 or 4 different things.
So at that point, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, they walk back slowly.
Yeah.
And they leave with the register money, George's money, and everyone else's
arm in arm.
Yeah.
And then Vincent goes, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Well, no, what I love about it was Samuel L. Jackson's reaction. Oh yeah, we need to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably leave.
So they go, they stop at the door, they tuck their pistols into their shorts.
Waistbands, yeah.
And man, if you have ever tucked a pistol into some not very secure shorts, you know that is a terrible idea.
Yep.
And they walk out the door, and that is the end of the movie.
Yep.
I believe Miserrules plays again.
I believe so.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that is Pulp Fiction. Again, that is one of the seminal movies of the 90s.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
for sure.
and, like for the year 1994, like we've talked about it
Yeah,
a lot lately,
1994
but
is
1994 is this, Forrest Gump, The Shawshank Redemption, and The Lion King.
Stacked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is a stacked
If
year.
all you had in that year was those 4 movies,
Right.
that's a pretty good.
That's a
fucking
pretty
year.
good year. Yeah.
It's very stacked. And again, like this had like a reverberation throughout of
influence.
cinema.
Yeah.
Like it got a lot of indie movies after this, because this is basically an indie movie.
It is, really.
Well, it's that Miramax.
is,
It's Miramax.
Well, it's
so.
$8 million budget. I mean, the fact, again, like they got Travolta because his career was pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Because getting Travolta when his career was not dead, that movie would have cost more than $8 million.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Even in '94.
Yeah, and they got a lot of people who had not done a lot or had kind of done a lot in the past.
Yeah, Stoltz's career was also kind of dead in the water at that point.
Oh yeah, his shit been dead since he got kicked off of Back to the Future.
Well, he did some kind of wonderful.
Sure. But yeah, this was like and this was like every young film nerd watched this and was like blown the fuck away.
It created classes for college courses.
Yeah. It's
and
very,
a whole lot of film professors that had to deal with this.
Oh,
quote
yeah.
unquote. And
yeah.
so there's that. I'll also say this as far as pacing goes. I hate movies that go over 2 hours. 2 hours isn't my perfect limit. To me, an hour and a half is. 2 hours is when okay, this really has to be good, otherwise you're losing me.
Sure.
The pacing of this movie is perfect.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely perfect.
It's kind of frenetic. Like it's really it moves very quickly,
nonstop.
2 hours and 34 minutes.
Yeah.
And
you don't feel it.
It doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
At all. Also, because you're also, especially the first time you watch it, you're trying to figure out like, okay, when does this scene doesn't goes here, so I have to think of like, okay, this happened before this, so you have to constantly be thinking about like how things fit.
Yeah, it's not it, and this again, since it takes the place over the course of like at least 3 days, some things overlap. So like if I could put it together. The beginning of the movie is the beginning of it's almost the beginning of the day. The beginning of the day is Jules and Vincent going to the apartment and on their way back from the from that happening, Marvin gets his head blown off. They go back to Tarantino's house. They get
all the stuff with Jules and Vincent happens before 9:30 in the morning.
They get cleaned up. They go back to the bar while Butch is having his conversation with Marcellus Wallace because there's
the fight's happening tomorrow,
right? Because there's a conversation between Vincent Vega and Bruce Willis's character Butch at the you know what I said, Punchy.
Yeah, they both basically
hate each other for some reason.
Like, well, it's just like they're just like two masculine men, so they're gonna
one's a boxer, one's an assassin, basically.
Chronologically, that's the last point that we see Jules's character.
But
we
exactly because Jules is done at that
Jules
point.
Is technically out of the movie at that time.
At that point.
He walked the earth like Kang.
A bum.
Yeah, a bum. Getting in adventures.
And then that evening's when Vincent takes out Miss Mia Wallace.
Yeah.
And then the next night is when the fight happens.
Yeah.
Because both of those events happen at a nighttime period. So, yeah, great movie, fantastic film.
Great movie.
Really like this movie.
Yeah.
It is. It's not my favorite Tarantino. My favorite's Inglourious Bastards.
It's hard. It's hard for me to like pinpoint between. Like I flip because I mean, there's like Reservoir Dogs. I really love quite a lot. And
the only movie of his that I don't like is The Hateful Eight. I really don't like that movie, but every other movie of his I really like. I even like Death Proof.
I don't love The Hateful Eight, but I don't dislike it.
I like Death Proof when it's not paired with Planet Terror.
Yeah, they're separate movies.
It's separate, but like watching it as the Grindhouse.
Oh God,
I fucking because
it's too
that's
much.
But no, because that's where there is no pacing. It's two separate movies with the interstitial like fake ads for fake trailers.
Yeah,
which 42nd Street Forever. I mean, that's just basically
sure.
But yeah, that like Death Proof is arguably, in my opinion, the greatest car chase scene of all time.
It's a really good one.
That is the last half of it is a car. It's just a car chase.
The stunt woman. That was
Zoe. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she was also
Belle.
Is it Zoe Bell. Yeah.
She was also in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, she was Uma Thurman's stunt person in the Kill Bill movies.
Yeah. Death Proof is pretty good. Jackie Brown's all right.
I think Jackie Brown is like his most underrated movie.
I need to go back and watch it because I only saw it once.
I would suggest it's I think that one's a harder one to find, Ethan, but that's one to check out too.
Jackie Brown.
I think
Robert Forster, Pam Grier, like
Samuel Jackson again.
I am partial
to Jane Fonda, Robert De Niro.
No, not Jane Fonda, Bridget Fonda.
Jesus Christ.
Chris Tucker, Michael Keaton.
There's a lot of people in that one.
Yeah.
I'm quite fond of Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2.
I love both of them.
Like Kill Bill 1 and 2, and I really like Django Unchained.
Django's really good.
Are those the only ones that you had watched before this? Okay.
Yeah, Django's really good. Django, there's parts of it, especially the end of that movie, that feel like a Tarantino movie. There's certain cuts when they go to Mississippi and you see the font. It's like, oh, that's very Tarantino-esque. Yeah. But there's a lot of that movie that doesn't. It feels like a really decently made exploitation movie. Yeah, a spaghetti western exploitation movie, but doesn't really feel like it doesn't. It doesn't have that.
Both of Christoph Waltz's Oscar wins for Tarantino movies.
Probably
because he won for. I know he won for Inglourious Basterds, but I thought he won for.
I don't think he won for Django. He was nominated for sure.
No. He has two.
Yeah,
is my thing.
but
yeah.
Tarantino, fantastic.
Well, it wasn't Water for Elephants that he won for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he won for Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm almost certain that he didn't win for Django, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
who knows? He did.
Oh, he did. Damn. Okay.
Battle Angel sequels we'll never get. All right, moving on.
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
I like this movie. I like this movie.
Yep, fantastic.
Well, it's good because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you get to I would strongly suggest Jackie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Brown, I feel, is the closest to feeling like this, except it is in order. It is not.
Reservoir Dogs is also pretty.
Reservoir Dogs is really, really good as well. Like, again, there's only one movie of his that I don't like. Also, I would say check out True Romance. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it, and it was damn near.
It feels like a Tarantino.
It feels like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
You also get another good. You also get another good Christopher Walken scene in that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I saw the opening credits. I'm like, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Where is he in here?
Little cameo, just a little cameo.
Yeah, he's really good. He's good at pulling these actors out. And hey, we're gonna get Christopher Walken, but he's gonna do one small scene and he's gonna knock it out of the fucking park.
Right.
And then you have the Danny DeVito surprise.
Yeah, that was what shocked me this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Executive producer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Love this movie. Love Quentin Tarantino. He's still one of my favorite directors of all time.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything else they want to say?
I think, at least for me, everything's.
I think everything's been said. Tim Roth, if you want to watch something else that's not Tarantino, watch 4 Rooms.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 Rooms. Watch 4 Rooms.
The Incredible Hulk.
No.
Sensational She-Hulk.
No.
He shows off his comedy chops.
No, thank you. 4 Rooms.
The Incredible Hulk.
No.
One of the rooms has the Incredible Hulk.
No. One of the rooms has Madonna before she started bathing in milk and acting really weird.
Also has the Incredible Hulk.
I hate you all.
Yeah.
So very much.
What's like they're pretty much the same like they're the same project. Like 4 Rooms, movie. Incredible Hulk. I can't tell the scenes apart.
It's almost the same.
Man.
I like the part in 4 Rooms where he becomes an ungodly gamma mutate and starts beating the shit out of people.
It's not often where you see 2 people identically gaslighting themselves, but it's happened because it's 1:30 in the morning. We gotta wrap this shit up.
The ending where he was fighting the Abomination in San Francisco would be too much, but it works.
It works. It's like the 4th room is actually metaphorical.
Yeah.
For the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for the Incredible
I think Jody's ready.
They're hysterical.
All right.
They're having hysterics.
Yeah.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
We need to pull this bus into the stop and get on out of here. Next week we're going to be doing the a non-sequential history of modern board games. We'll try not to talk too goddamn much about that shit. God, that was such a broad topic, and we're going to talk so much about random ass shit.
Yep.
We're going non-sequential in honor of Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Probably about and 4 Rooms: The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Famous non-sequential movie.
I loved the ride at Disney at Universal 4 Rooms. It was amazing. You walked in 4 rooms and then Hulk punches you in the face.
It's a surprise twist at the
It's
end.
great.
Nobody sees it coming.
It's great.
I've got work in the morning. Can we fucking go?
Yeah, it's for Travelers on the
The
Omnibus.
Travis Scott Erewhon Dubai Chocolate Labubu Matcha Latte is reportedly in the works.
Oh,
Do you just
shoot
wanna
me in
say-
the fucking head.
Do you just want to
Hey,
say
hey,
your
hey,
name?
hey, I'm Brady Davis.
I'm Jody Kai.
I'm Ethan Skinner.
I'm James McCarthy. MacNard Gaming for all your gaming needs.
Yeah.
Check 'em out.
They don't have shit going on.
They've got a nice set. You probably could play some Magic. You probably play some Pokemon.
Hero Clicks, they have the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
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 They also
You mean
have
4
Hero
rooms?
Clicks 4 rooms.
Yeah.
The Chase is the Tim Roth character. No, the Chase is actually Tim Roth. You open up the
Yeah.
Hero Click and Tim Roth comes out. Because aren't
And
you
he
the
goes, hello. I think that's how he sounds. Oh yeah, we can't do.
we get no? I'll just run the like. Well, they'll have been listening to this already
Okay.
because we've had technical
Jesus Christ.
difficulties.
Yeah, leave that part in too.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I like how Jody's getting up like he does. Like one of
Yeah.
us didn't
No,
drive him.
like he's the one that has the keys to the car. Like what the fuck?